Huh?
Oh yeah.
Stand tall, be proud in the face of doubt. You shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud in the face of doubt. You shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud in the face of doubt. You shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud in the face of doubt. You shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello and welcome back again to BlueClouds Media BMC BCM Sports Live, brought to you by BlueClouds Media Live Show. Live show located right here in Detroit, Michigan. Big up to Chelsea Dan, big up to and Alan watching us live from wherever you're watching us from. We're live streaming up to those two platforms at the same time, X and YouTube. Yes, this platform, that's where we stream to. So wherever you are joining us from, really appreciate your time that you're going to end up spending with us here. And I know you really will your time here with us. So we got a lot of things going on right now on our stream. The future of football, the rumors transfer, and the time of today's transfer news. We'll be talking about the Chelsea, Nkunku Jackson, Christopher Nkunku, all in our news today. Reports are saying that Nkunku heavily linked with Bayern Munich and other clubs also. But Nkunku is heavily linked with Bayern Munich. Nkunku Jackson, other suitors involved. He definitely, from what we're looking at this moment, there's no turning back with Nkunku Jackson. There's no turning back on it at this moment. It looks like he's going to part way with Chelsea, definitely, because Chelsea doesn't include him in what they do at this moment. Although he's training, but he's not part of the starting 11 or even on the bench. He will be moving away from the football club. We'll also be talking about Robert Sanchez's post-match interview and what he said regarding I'll say they did not have a much rest at all. And if you look at the game that we witnessed on Sunday, lots of players were missing. Fatigue have set in. He said also the grass was not in the best shape and some other things. We'll look into that as time goes on. And what do you make of young defenders at Champon and the lights of Cowell that is gone, how will the future of Chelsea be? Can they push to the title with some few injuries? Do Chelsea need a centre back? Let us know in the comment section below. Big up to Mo and everyone. We have Jesse also in the studio with us. So, guys, we got some news. We got some healthy debate to talk about on the show. Everything has to be positive. You have your opinion. I got my opinion, but we have to respect each other as it should go. Stephen G is also here in the studio with us. So, guys, stick with us. We'll be right back in just a short break. Hello and welcome back to the show. Jesse in here. Stephen G. Welcome back to the show, guys. You all right?
Big up, guys. Big up.
Let the blue flag flying high. And we can see the flag is just flying over there. I'm not sure Jesse can hear me. Can you hear me? You can. Okay. All right.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephen, how was your weekend?
Pardon?
How was your weekend?
Oh, yeah. Weekend was all right outside of the 2 matches I went to. The results weren't so good. 1 defeat and 1 draw, but we move. Hopefully, both teams can start picking up more points going forward. But outside of that, it's been good. I can't complain.
Oh, yeah. What about Jesse? How was work and how's your day going right now?
Everything is everything. Just was really super busy as we discussed the other day. Yeah, this weekend I was just crazy for me. Was just catching up with other stuff. So I didn't really get to see the game in bits and pieces. But yeah, everything is everything. How everything with you guys?
Not too bad. It's just another day with lots of news everywhere. With Chelsea still looking at outgoing players, likes of Nicholas Jackson is still hanging around, and also Christopher Nkunku. Ben Chilwell haven't had nothing yet. Disasi, nothing yet. So Chelsea is still working on outgoing players. They're trying to push players out before they bring in new players. We still haven't heard much about Xavi Simons. There's some few updates in regards to what Chelsea are trying to do and where he stands on his next move, whether he wants to join a club A or club B or club C. It looks like Chelsea is the penultimate club that he wants to join. The same thing with Alejandro Garnacho. That's what the media are making us believe, that these 2 players are looking at one club and nowhere else. Not even Bayern Munich, as some reports came in that Xavi Simons is looking to, Bayern Munich is showing interest, but no. But yeah, as you guys are here today, big up to Chelsea section, Ty and Mo also joining us here on the show. Jordan, big up to you. Jordan Evans, big up to you. And everybody, I want to say thank you all for coming in, the panel and the viewers as well. Chelsea Dan, big up to you, Dan. It says at Blue Lounge, Nkunku at great terms with Bayern Munich. Green light. It's what is happening right now from Dan. Thank you very much, Dan. And also Ty, big up to you, Ty. I hope you're well. It's been a while. And Carabao is a Caribbean brother on the panel. And Jesse, Jesse's here with us. So big up to everyone. We're gonna get it going. Stephen G, I don't know if you want to touch bases a little bit on what you saw. You were on Stamford Bridge. Mm-hmm. You saw a lot of things. Take us through the ticketing issue. You went to the stadium. There was some announcement made. We saw the lights of a Romario, a World Cup winner, 1994 World Cup winner, and also a few things that went on Stamford Bridge. Take us through it before we look into nitty-gritty of the game itself. Then we can start with Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah. So first of all, before you even get into the ground, there was ticketing issues. But the club tried to avoid it. The club did say to people, like, try getting early. We're doing this offer for like the first hour after we open the turnstiles, where I think it was like 50% off on any drinks and stuff you get within the stadium. So they were really trying to push people get in early because they knew the possibility of having these issues with the new ticket system. But when I got there about an hour before kickoff, and there was still long queues, and you get your bag searched as you walk onto the site, which has happened for a couple of years now. Obviously, I don't think I need to go into the reasoning for that. I think that's quite evident in today's world, the reasons that happens. Then you get to like your entrance, and then they search your person, as in you, and your bag again, if you've got a bag, of course. And then you finally get to turnstile where you scan the ticket, and then some of those had long queues as well. So some people are having issues. I presume connection-wise, because obviously if you don't have connection, you can't get onto the app to then be able to scan the QR code, which ticket. So I presume that is the reason for it, at least based on what I heard from a couple people. That's what some of the people they knew that had had in terms of issues. In terms of the announcement, we'd already seen those banners, but it is what it is. Milk it for everything you can at the end of the day. May as well. We got it for 4 years. But yeah, I don't know how much of that and what bits they actually showed on TV. I've sent me a couple of videos of that, but
yeah,
it was just like a couple of banners and stuff. In terms of the game, though, we were very slow, and you could see it, which all I'm going to say on that is there was a lack of movement for one. And then the first few games, I can't remember if I mentioned it when we were sort of doing almost like our prediction / preview type thing. Okay. What always going to be like an extended preseason for Chelsea, because we had 4 weeks off. We only had 2 preseason games. So it was always going to be an extension of that. Having said that, it's still a disappointment, because having seen the results and the way we played in those 2 games against Leverkusen and AC Milan, you're thinking, yes, it's an extension of preseason, but we look good to go. We look like we can actually cook, so to speak. Like, actually, Chelsea can perform well, get results from day one of the season because of how fit we looked. And then yesterday was a complete contrast. It didn't look like the fitness was really there, at least not in the first half. Second half, there was a big improvement. And then, obviously, the big one, obviously, being Esteval coming off the bench and having a big impact, almost immediately causing threats, putting in crosses that caused issues defensively. I don't know. I've not watched highlights yet. I don't know how close or not close his corner was that nearly or didn't nearly sneak in at the near post. But in stadium, from my view, it looked like it was quite close to sneaking in. I don't know what it was like on TV, obviously, yet.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, Stephen. So we saw some few announcements. We thought it was going to be maybe a shirt sponsor or a player announcement, but I knew it was far from it. It was never going to be a Garnacho or a Simons or whoever. But we saw on the likes of Romario being, at Stamford Bridge. Eden Hazard was on Stamford Bridge. A few more, I'll say, stars were at the bridge the other day. What else went on there?
Yeah, the Romario thing wasn't a big thing. It was just like your normal thing of a former player that played the game or a celebrity. Obviously, we've had people like Dua Lipa, all that come. And it's not a big thing where it's announced to everyone.
Okay.
It's very quiet. They're pitch side watching the warm-ups. They've got a Chelsea shirt. They take a picture. It gets put up on social media and all that. So that wasn't like a big deal, so to speak, because obviously they just did how they normally do with singers and stuff like that, where it's just a quiet little picture side of the pitch. Then they sort of hover around the side of the pitch. So the Romario thing wasn't made a big deal of. Hazard, I think a lot of people knew was going to be there for about a week or 2 now, because he did an interview and he said that his boys are Chelsea and they're going there in a couple of weeks and it helps that they're world champions and stuff like that. So we knew he was going to be there. Both Todd Bowley and Egbali were there, along with, I think it was Win Stanley, if I remember rightly.
And Todd Bowley's wife or something like that.
Yeah, Bowley's wife was there as well. And people going, "Oh, he spent all this money. He's not even interested." I'll be honest.
Still doing business.
At the end of the day, like
it's still doing business.
Businessman, like you don't know, like there could have been something that came up, and it just who happened that the camera was on him, and his wife had to tell him like the camera's on you. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure we can find pictures of Roman on his phone at games. Like, oh no, but because he's American, let's make a big deal out of it, everybody. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not. But
I mean, if you've done paperwork, you still got to check the paperwork. You know what I mean? If you've done paperwork, you should know what's going on. If you've done paperwork, you should be checking your paperwork and see how things are going.
Right.
If you want to cash out or live it like that.
I mean, he's a billionaire. You don't know what could be happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other thing for me is that you can tell the things between the ownership, whether they're actually good or they're trying to keep it like civil. Like you can tell there's an element of that because both were there, sat together. There's pictures of them shaking hands and stuff like that. So look, so long as it doesn't impact Chelsea Football Club as a business, I don't really care what happens. If it starts impacting business on the pitch and stuff like that, or it starts impacting the stadium situation, then I've got an issue, right? At the moment, everyone seems to sort of be in the same place on those things of we're still figuring out our options in terms of the stadium. On the pitch, we're still spending money, getting signings in and all this. The only issue is the manager wants a centre-back. Can we please get one?
Thank you very much, Steven. For now, we will get into the nitty-gritty of the game itself when I come back to you. But let me hear. I know Scala, welcome back to the show. How are you doing, sir? Then we go to Jesse too. I'm gonna hear from you. Scala, welcome back to the show. You doing all right? All right, we'll hear from Scala. Just want to welcome him to the show. But let's hear from our brother Jesse. You've had a few words from Steven. He was at the stadium giving us the roundup of what really went on at Stamford Bridge. Guys, Jordan, keep a comment coming. I will go through the comment as soon as I talk to Jesse here. So what did you make of what Steven said with all these things that happened before the game kickoff?
Well, in terms of Todd Boehly, people need to understand the transfer window isn't closed. We still have to get a sponsor, a shirt sponsor. We don't know what this guy's doing. This guy's up. I keep saying it here over and over. And you know that these guys are businessmen. People need to understand.
Exactly.
It's not that they're not interested. Things still need to complete for our Chelsea fans, the club benefit. These are things that they need to do. We need to. We are here. We're going to discuss about Nkunku and Jackson today. These guys need to move on. These guys need to move on, and sometimes the owners themselves have to get involved for these deals to happen. So we don't know what he could have been possibly doing. But in terms of with the whole ticket sales and how things now I think that is going to have some hiccups in the first 1 or 2 games. Things like that do happen. Things can't be perfect right away, right? Especially as the hike in what he said there. So but we shouldn't really read too much into those things. Those things are small things. Once we didn't have no kind of injury and no major problem other than that, I'm good. I'm really, really good.
Thank you very much, Jesse. That's the voice of Jesse from Jesse Football TV. Yes, you can find him everywhere. When you go on YouTube, Jesse Football TV will take you right through his account and give him a follow or subscribe to his channel. Dan, big up to you, Dan. Dan said that Blue Lounge and Nkunku agreed terms with Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich green light is given at this moment.
But Bayern is stingy as anything, which we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Jordan, big up to Jordan. Jordan said that Sanchez, his days are numbered at Chelsea FC. It's time that we get a quality goalkeeper. Sanchez is never a Champions League material or Premier League material either. That's from Jordan. Thank you very much for your comment. Mo for the Blue Lounge YouTube channel said Nkunku and Bayern agreed. Nkunku and Bayern agreed terms back in January. We need Bayern and Chelsea to agree terms also. Then this one's coming from Jesse. Eden Hazard was at the stadium. What a legend! But he was expecting a win and play Club World Cup champions. Okay, a win from the Club World Cup champions is what he's saying. Rabatar, big up to you, Rabatar, everyone there. Yes, absolutely. Rabatar, say hello, brother. Big up Chelsea. Great show as usual. Thank you very much, Rabba, for your time and everything you spend on this platform. Chelsea Dan said, Blue Lines, that was on loan. Was on loan terms. The new deal today and it's being agreed. I think we're gonna lose out. What we pay, I think they paid around 35 to 40 million. That's from Dan. Okay. All right. Jordan said, Maresca need to tell these players not to be playing sideways and backwards. It's like boring football again, and we are back to square one. From Robert Taha, that's from Jordan. That's his comment. Bowling and wife were there as well, and they have been. It says they have to defend. They have to defend. Evans. I'm not so sure. Counter-attack is very, very serious with all league teams. You're talking about even counter-attack is very, 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 very serious with all league teams.
No, he's replying to Jordan because it's Jordan Evans, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Jordan said Chelsea believe that they will have raised close to 300 million in player sales once the transfer window shuts, giving them a net spend of close to zero CFC. So they spend nothing, but because they're going to end up receiving 300 million means that they haven't spent anything at all. That's very good on the book. Very, very good on the book. Big up to you, Alan Matunda Alan. Big up to you. Hope you're doing very well wherever you are. Appreciate your time. And Nkunku agree deal. Plus update. Absolutely. We got a lot of news on our show today to talk about. And I'm going to get to I will get to Jesse to start with the game, the nitty-gritty of the game itself. But before we do that, let's welcome DJ. DJ, welcome back to the show, DJ.
Yeah, good afternoon, Nee. Good afternoon, Jess. Good afternoon, Stephen. Big up to everyone in the comments, as always. Big up.
Good afternoon, good evening to you, DJ.
Good day.
Yeah, good evening as well, bro.
All right, so we're gonna start from Jesse. Jesse, you watched the game. I'm not so sure if you're able to watch a whole 90 minutes or part of it of highlights, but you've seen at least the outcome of the game. What did you see from the defense all the way to the attack and the selection? We'll start with the selection, the 11-man squad alone. I want to hear from you, Jesse.
Well, I immediately when I saw the selection, I thought it was a good selection. That's the best possible selection we could have put out there, especially when we got the information that Tosun was going to be missing this game as well. So I think the starting 11 was always going to be that. It was perfect. We would have reservations surrounding the defense, seeing that we don't have our main left center back in Levi Colwell, and he brings so much to the team in terms of playing the ball from defense to the attack, those true passes, those breaking line passes, right? But Action Pong gave a great account of himself. He even got player of the match, and I think what it is the club they did something so strategic in putting that out there because they want Maresca to know and see that we have players here. We don't need to always go into the market to get somebody because we have the depth here, right? But I understand where Maresca is coming from. I think we really do still need to get a centre back because something could happen. But in terms of the overall gameplay, I think our attack were very lackluster. No they basically gave us a demonstration of what we were last season, having to play against low block teams, mid to low block teams, and can't break them down for nothing. And this showed exactly why it is the likes of Simons has to come in to this team. Cole Palmer, Jamie Gittins. These guys, I think after a while during the season, when the season goes by, come along, these players will get better. But yesterday, man, that was a tough game to watch. Crystal Palace showing that we have to give Crystal Palace some praise as well, because they are showing that they beat Manchester City and they beat Liverpool, two of the biggest clubs in England, right? And they gave a great account of themselves. They set up in a way, they had a game plan. They came to Stamford Bridge, they sat back and they caught us on the break couple times. But the defense stood resolute. They did what they had to do. And yeah, it's just the attack let us down on the day. That's basically it from what it is I saw. I don't really have a problem so much with the midfield and the defense. I think they did their job. Enzo Fernandez I think he need a bit more game time to get up to scratch. Moises Caicedo, we don't have much to say about him. He always does what he has to do. It's just the attack. No kind of creativity. The creativity was lacking. And from what they gave us what they show us, what it is I realized too, matter of fact, the Club World Cup gave us a bit of a, what's the phrase? A T-Fed, if you know. We saw in the Club World Cup that we played against teams that didn't sit back and defend everybody. It was so much open spaces. So the front attack now, the front guys were able to get a lot of joy in going forward and creating enough. It didn't have that in the Club World Cup. Same with the 2 games we played in the preseason. Everybody was playing open. Now that we meet a team that has to play, that plays.
I think we have a connection, audio connection issue from Jesse. You're muted. Yes, you're muted. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. And it's just we need to figure out how to get past those low block teams. That is what we need to try to figure out, because those are the teams that we need to get the points throughout the season if we are to be either second or third or even probably win the league. So yeah, we need to try to figure that out ASAP.
Thank you very much, Jesse. I know it was not going to be that easy. It was coming because you could tell the pressure, the fatigue on the players, and it shows in the Crystal Palace team game that we played. And it was not going to be easy because Crystal Palace are real. It's a team that is well, I would say, greased and oiled up. They beat the likes of Manchester City. They beat the likes of Liverpool, even to win the Community Shield and win the FA Cup in the hands of these 2 teams. So they're not an easy team to play. The way they set themselves up, they don't create many spaces for you to even go through. So for the team to get a draw, and they've been a boogie team for Chelsea for the past 4 seasons now. So I would say the guys did well, but we're going to look into, it's a long season, lots of games to play. We don't have to judge and then go down on these players because of just one game against Crystal Palace. Liverpool will draw points. Man City will draw points. They are going to draw points. Arsenal, there's a lot coming for Arsenal Football Club, but I won't talk about them for now. But then let me welcome. Let's go to Stephen. I'll come to Scala here in a second. But Stephen, what did you make of the game on Sunday? Can you hear me, Stephen? All right, we go to DJ. DJ, you there?
Stephen, like he's on mute.
Yeah, bro, I'm here, bro.
All right, DJ. Welcome back to the show again, DJ.
Big up to you, mate. Big up again. Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just Mondays, mate. Don't like Mondays when you're going back to work after a nice weekend. It's always the
DJ, we
case.
have yeah, I know. DJ, we have reviewed the game already on Sunday. We did a watch along. We did a
Yeah,
few review.
we did.
But this is a day after Sunday.
Yeah,
We're looking at what really went wrong. You
yeah,
you did talk about the lineup. Can you take us through
yeah.
the lineup again? Did Enzo Maresca get it right?
Well, he did get it right, and he had to go with what he had. And I think for me, I think the standout debut for me, as I said on it, when I say standout debut, I think the standout player on the pitch for me was obviously Achimpong. I've been singing this kid's praises all of yesterday because I didn't think he actually put a foot wrong from a couple of few things he did. But other than that, I thought he did get his lineup correctly done. There was really no one. I mean, I think if you can say one, I think if you can say one change that I'd have probably said, but then we can say it now because obviously we've watched the game, and we could say the one change he could have probably done is maybe brought Estevao in ahead of Gittins instead. Because I thought when Estevao came on, I thought he tried to make things happen, the kid. And I know Maresca says he didn't want to put pressure on the kid, but I think when he came on yesterday, he was trying to make things happen. But other than that, I thought other than that he got his lineup correct. It's just that we couldn't penetrate him yesterday like you said, they've been our bogey team since 4 seasons. I think since we last beat him was under when Thomas Tuchel was our manager, and actually Chalobah scored on his debut at Stamford Bridge when we won that game 3-0. That was when we last beat them.
That was from
And
distance as well, wasn't it?
sorry.
That was
Was that
from
Steve?
distance as well, wasn't it?
It
If I
was. It was an
remember
excellent goal. He picked up the ball. Yeah, I was there. He picked up the ball, took it, and then he ran and he smacked it from where he was. I think right back he was playing at the time
Yeah.
when he scored that goal. So yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, there have been our bogey team, and let's be real here. You got to give credit to Crystal Palace because, like I said, what they've done to Manchester City in the FA Cup, and then what they did to Liverpool in the Community Shield last week. They are a bogey team, and they're not going to just give Chelsea problems. They're going to give every single team issues this season. Because they play in what a way. I think my only concerns for them will be is once Mark Guehi leaves, and if Eze leaves, what they're going to do with those two replacements because they are two core players for them in that team. Okay, and I think if they lose those two, it's going to be vital for them. They need to obviously bring replacements in, but other than that, they played well. And like I said, we hardly had a shot on goal yesterday. I think our only shot came in. I think Estevao had his shot and it just went wide when he should have kept it for Neto to shoot. And Neto blazed it over the bar. Other than that, obviously Delap came on, had a shot as well. But other than that, we really done nothing yesterday. I mean, Stephen was at the game as well yesterday. He probably would back me on this as well. I didn't really see much in the game yesterday in terms of our attacking force. But like I said, I'm not going to judge him on one game. It's a long, long season to go. We've got another 37 games to go. So along with all the other cup competitions. But yeah, other than that, I can't really say anything else than that. It obviously disappointed we did not win. Obviously, you're showing up a legend there in Romario, who was at the ground as well yesterday. You guys were talking about Todd Bowley, his wife, Eden Hazard. He was there yesterday as well, which was nice. He had a nice little photo taken with Andre Santos and obviously Estavo as well, which was nice. So yeah, I mean, look, we're gonna. It was a game that we got to learn from because obviously, I don't think the players are all fully in their stride yet. I think some of them are still on fatigue. I'm not using that as an excuse, but clearly they've not had a proper preseason. And that game yesterday, guys, was actually played as a preseason game, Bryce. I thought it was a preseason match yesterday, to be honest with you. No
That's what I
attack, no
said as
nothing
well.
yesterday. Huh?
That's what I said
Was
at
it?
the start as well. The first 2-3 games are like an extended preseason, but
Yeah,
I think you'll agree with what I said as an extension to that point earlier as well, where I said when you look at Leverkusen game and AC Milan game, yes, they were different types of teams,
yes,
but there was a lot more movement from us as a team in that.
yeah,
And it made you think, okay, we can actually go into the season actually better prepared than expected. And then yesterday was a complete reverse. There wasn't really any movement from our forwards and we struggled. But it's going to
yeah.
happen. First few
It's
games
gonna
it's
happen.
going to happen, but still expected 3 points. So still a disappointment.
Yeah. I believe it or not, Steve. I'm saying our season will start against West Ham on Friday.
Oh,
That
please.
that for me that's what's going to happen on Friday for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm hoping by then, Xavi Simons is in by then, because he's what we need. I think you know, people say we don't need play. People, I know people are saying about players. For how many more players do you want? But clearly, you can see we need players like him to come in, and possibly Garnacho as well. Dare I say his name? But he's going to be the one that is going to be coming in with him. But they're the two kind of players that we need in this team. And then obviously a centre back. I'm hearing a loan for centre back, but let's see what happens on that one. But yeah, we definitely need some plays in. And once we get those plays in, we're fully back to. I don't doubt us for a second. We'll definitely do well in this league this season. I don't doubt for a second. I'm not worried about one game.
Thank you very much, DJ. Guys, so that's the voice of DJ Steven. Jump in for a second also. But let's hear from Scala. Scala, welcome back to the show. Before Scala, I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, give me a second, Scala. Chelsea King said my YouTube isn't working well. So does anyone in the chat know anything about the Bayern deal? Yes. Stick with us and stay tuned, and you will hear more of what is going on. Mo said the stream is lagging. I don't think so, Mo. I got YouTube
it's
open
not on
here.
my end.
Yeah, it's not lagging, Mo. I got connection is very
clear.
It
was really lagging. It was really lagging. I was checking it on my phone as well, and it was like about 5 seconds behind. But I think it now officially catched up. I now checked it over. Yeah, it's catching up.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, normally the StreamYard time and then YouTube time are never the same. StreamYard time will be a little second. YouTube is always a bit delay from the StreamYard time. Yeah. StreamYard is a little faster than YouTube because you're streaming to this platform. So definitely it will be ahead of the YouTube one. A few seconds. I'm sure that's what it is. But thank you very much, Mo, for letting me know of it. Chelsea King said, okay, I've read that one. Just went through it. Thank you very much. I need the stream is very laggy, really laggy. Okay. He said it's totally frozen now. Mine's not, Mo. Yeah, mine's not. I got YouTube open right here, making sure that I can keep track of what is going on here. It's really moving. Mo, let me know if you're able to fix it. Check and refresh your link if it's working, because it's working well on here. And I'm on YouTube, so I want to know if it's working. All right, Scala, are you there?
Yep.
Did you watch the Chelsea game?
Yeah, not the complete game. I watched the last 25 minutes. And,
okay.
I've been just listening to you guys talk about it, and I did see a bit of rustiness in Chelsea, especially the way you were playing the Club World Cup. There wasn't that fluidity. And credit to Palace, man. They have been. I think that's probably one team you don't want to face on the opening day, because they have probably the best momentum of any other teams. After winning the Community Shield and the Cup. So it was a bit of a, I won't say a mismatch, but definitely probably if Chelsea had played like couple of 2 or 3 more games, I think they would have won yesterday. But credit to Palace. And throughout the game, I was thinking like this Glasner guy. He's quite good, man. With the limited resources he has and the 2 players on the verge of leaving his club again, he's doing a very good job with what he has. And credit to him, Glasner. I wouldn't mind him replacing Amram if that time comes, because he plays the same system. And I don't want to go through another rebuild of selling players because they don't fit the system. So that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And the another thing I was looking out was that Chelsea, sometimes I do feel like if you shut down Cole Palmer, I don't feel like you're like a massive threat. I just don't see the other guys, taking the responsibility of winning the game. If you remember last year at Anfield, they shut down Cole Palmer completely, and you didn't do much. So I would like, apart from him, some other guys taking responsibilities. I don't know who those guys are, but maybe like Enzo Fernandez, he got substituted, and you paid over 100 million for him. So if Caicedo is doing his job, we should, I don't know, maybe he can contribute a bit more. And rather than expecting young players like Esteban and all these guys get in, and these guys are coming in. So overall your team is young, so it is like not that you can just throw responsibility on everyone. But that's what my takeaway was. As an opposition fan, I mean, if you keep Cole Palmer quiet, I think that's almost like 60% of Chelsea's attack like fizzled out. That's what I thought.
Okay. I won't stay too long on this. I won't stay too long on the review because it's not about review. It's about transfer today. So I just want to get everyone's point of view, and then we'll move on from there. Stephen, what's your take on it? What's your take on the game itself? Make it snappy, then we can move on to the main topic.
No, I kind of said my stuff at the top of the show, and kind of when I was saying to DJ, I feel like he'll feel the same on it, about there was just that lack of movement, and I think the sharpness isn't really there. I mean, the one that is frustrating, but you get a young player first, like proper Premier League game for him in a blue shirt, a Chelsea shirt, Andre Santos, that moment in like the 92nd minute, I think it was just one of those things where it was a bit of a rush to head. Like, it's his first Premier League game for Chelsea. This is what he's been working towards with his loans to Strasbourg. And then it's like the moment came and it just sort of, the pressure and everything, I think maybe just got to him because he had the time to take a touch. But Esteban had, like, I'm not going to bash Esteban. I rate him highly, and in general, he was good. But he had a moment early when he came on where his touch was a little heavy, and then he maybe could have left it for, I want to say it was maybe not Gittins. He replaced
Neto,
Gittins.
bro.
It was Neto who could have ran onto it, I think. But he then tried to recover it and he hit into a stand. Look, you're going to expect that with young players. They're going to have these little moments. But my thing was, like, I'm not bashing them. I rate both players highly, yeah? My thing was just, it's so frustrating, especially for Santos, because last season at Strasbourg, he was just banging goals in for fun. So it's like, in that moment, when the ball came to him, just expected him to hit the back of the net, and it was just so gutting that he didn't. But look, those things have got to happen, as I said, and we move forward to West Ham. Maybe Esteval starts. So I wonder what everyone's thoughts are on that, because it'd be interesting to see that sort of work out. We saw how him and Palmer linked up in a couple of those preseason friendlies. Looks like that connection's already there.
I think it's still there.
Quick question. You think what's his name? Santos, with the shot that he got, you think it was because Chelsea was under pressure at that point in terms of us not even scoring a goal? If we had scored at least 2 goals, you think he would have gotten a shot on target or even score? What you think?
Potentially, but then I still think part of it is the occasion, and I think that's a big aspect of it. I don't think it's necessarily the situation. Not the situation. I don't think it's necessarily the situation that you laid out of the scoreline and stuff like that. I do think it is more towards the occasion, if that makes sense. Because I think last season he even scored against PSG, so he's done it in like games against big clubs and stuff like that. So
also what didn't help either. Oh, sorry, Steve. I was going to also what didn't help in that, Jess, as well, on the question, is the fact that the whole team was not even playing well in that, to be fair, the forward line. And I think that just summed it all up, really, the Santos shot. Summed up how the whole team played, literally, in that first half, or the whole that game. Sorry, Steve, for interrupting. I just wanted to just get that.
No, that was all I wanted to say. But, Nee, if you got anything to add, or if you want to go into transfer stuff, that's all I wanted to say. If you're still here, Nee. Oh, wait, is he muted? Yeah, I think he's muted. So hopefully Nee will be back with us in a sec. But I think I'm trying to see what the first one he had was. Give me 2 seconds. I'll see if I can get hold of him. But I think there was a question just while we were... Oh, Nee's back now. Yeah, Nee, unless you got anything you want to say on it, do you want to go transfer stuff? I was trying to find what one was first, but I don't have the list for it. So I was going to go by... I can't remember who it was. Someone said questions earlier. Matinda, I think it is, said about Xavi Simons, Donnarumma, and stuff like that. So I was going to go by those if you was going to be longer than a couple moments, but you're back anyway. So
yeah,
you've got the order.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Randall said, "Needs your Kenyan subscriber, a United fan." Absolutely, we have Scala here, so don't worry. We'll give you all the updates as we move on from there. We get into the nitty gritty of it, which is the main topic, the transfer. We're just touching bases on what really went wrong yesterday for Chelsea. And I don't think anything went wrong. He's just fatigued. They were just tired, and they couldn't get it over the line. But yeah. We get it going right now. We talked about transfer at this moment. Report that came in. David Ornstein put this up.
No, he didn't.
Was it?
No, he didn't.
What was that again?
Read that account.
Plettenberg, David Ornstein.
No, it's not. It's not a real account.
No,
that's why I said.
Oh, yeah. I had a different.
That's why I said check it.
Yeah, it's not a real account. Sorry, I had a different one on Nkunku.
There was one I saw earlier. I can't remember. It was probably one of the big journalists for me to see it, and it was essentially that Bayern Munich want to do a loan deal, but Chelsea only want to do a permanent. And it goes back to what I was saying the other day. I can't remember. I don't know if you remember me, but I said like the Italian, German, and Spanish clubs. It's always, oh, your valuation's this? How about a loan with an option? Or how about 20 million offer below your valuation? That's why I refer to them as stingy clubs, because they're very quick to go and pay 40, 50 million for players from other teams in their own league, yeah? But as soon as it is, say, a top player like Nkunku, we'll just give you a loan or a loan with an option at about 20 million below your valuation.
Do you know what it is, Stephen, for me on the Nkunku situation? But I'll be real with you on this, right? Okay. For me, Bayern Munich are playing a hard ball because they know they want the same player we want, and he's their priority over Nkunku. So what they're going to try and do is they're going to let this transfer rub on and go on and on and on and on and on to the end of the transfer window, where Xavi Simons actually turns around and says he's annoyed Steven, and doesn't want it to happen.
DJ.
Yeah,
DJ, I want you guys to go on for a little bit. I want to restart my modem. See if it can help. My link is a little bit down. Let me restart the modem so you guys can go on this topic. You guys can add the Nicholas Jackson to it when you're done with the Nkunku. Add the Nicholas Jackson to it, and I'll be right back. Big up to you, JC, and big up to everyone in here. Please have patience with me for a second. Let me refresh my link so I can get things going nice and smooth for you guys. Thank you very much. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yes. So I was just saying, Stephen, as I was just saying, bro, I think they're going to play hardball right to the very end, because until it gets to the stage where Xavi Simons turns around and says, okay, I've made up my mind. I've decided, okay, I wanted Chelsea all this time, but since that's not going to happen, I'll give it to Bayern Munich. And that's what they want to do. Because let's be real, Bayern Munich apparently saying Xavi Simons was their number one target, for this transfer window. I disagree with that because they came in for Nkunku last January, right? Now all of a sudden they've opted not to go for him. Do you know what I mean? So I reckon they're going to play hardball for us all the way towards the end of this window until this Xavi Simons deal gets done. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are all on that. Obviously, good to get different views and opinions on this.
I'll just say that I don't think that's going to happen. I think Simons at this point just has his mind set on Chelsea. He's already rejected Bayern, but if anyone else wants to hop in, I'm just checking who we still got in here because I can't see all the names. So Jesse obviously still in here, Skylar and DJ. So if any of you guys want to go, Jesse, do you want to go first?
In terms of that, right now I am all over the place with this Simons deal because it's like is briefing after briefing on a daily basis. At this point, I don't know what is the truth. I don't know what to believe, right? 1 minute we are hearing that the player, as guys just said, that he rejected Bayern Munich. He only wants Chelsea. And I think Stephen is you who said that the Bayern Munich probably really wants Simons and they're going to play the long game with Chelsea and drag it down to the coming to the close of the window and then really go in for Xavi Simons because Chelsea can't get rid of Nkunku. That could be something to take into consideration. When you were saying that, I was like, yeah, this is something that we could really see that happening, because everybody, Chelsea wants to get a permanent deal for Nkunku, right? Report came out today that Bayern Munich came in with a loan offer, and Chelsea immediately rejected that, right? We want to try to get Nkunku off our books, right? I don't see Bayern Munich realistically coming in. Chelsea valuation of Nkunku is 40 million euros or something like that. I don't see Bayern Munich coming in and pay that. I really don't. And like about an hour or two ago, then we saw Chelsea are willing to listen to offers of, it could be loan deals for Nicholas Jackson, Nkunku, and Raheem Sterling, Desasi, and Vega as well. So what is it? What is the truth? I really don't know. I am just all over the place, just like you guys, trying to figure it out and hoping that we really do land Xavi Simons, because we're seeing that the team needs him. The team needs him in that situation, in that position, where if Cole Palmer isn't having a good game, we can have somebody to come on that could play either on the left or as a number 10, because I think he plays number 10. That's his preferred position. So, yeah, I am all over the place with this one. I am just lost for words.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was DJ that made the point that maybe Bayern are just playing like the tactical game. But is it DJ with the Esteval one? Yeah. DJ,
me,
you
bro,
got
yeah.
any comments on the situation?
What's that, bro? Sorry, the Nkunku situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, bro. I mean, obviously, I think. Look, what we're hearing from the Nkunku camp, yeah, he wants to get a permanent move away from Chelsea. We all know that he wants to go permanently. He doesn't want no loan. He doesn't want no nothing. He wants to just go permanently. But the club, obviously, he's setting his heart set on is Bayern Munich, but they clearly don't want to buy him. It seems at this moment, it says they want to do a loan with an obligate, well, just a loan at this moment in time.
Option, wasn't it?
Well, I think it's option. It's not even an obligation. It's just an option. So for me, you know, if Chelsea are sitting on saying they need to sell him, they want to sell him and get him off the books. You know, they've got to change their stance somewhere. Now it comes down to two things: we either take a lower price for him and then get this Xavi Simons deal done, or we unfortunately he stays with Chelsea and the Simons deal doesn't happen. Because that's the only thing is, I mean, I saw today links to Newcastle as well today for him as well. So maybe they might come in with a last minute offer of him. We've got to just hope someone comes in for him, because at this moment in time, it looks like that Bayern are playing hardball on him, because I think they, you know, that they want the same player as we do. And I know even though Xavi Simons says Chelsea's who he wants and that's it. He doesn't even want to know Manchester City either. But Bayern Munich, for whatever reason or another, Bayern Munich seem to still think they're in this deal for Xavi Simons, and I don't know why. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on it.
Fair enough. Skylar, you got any thoughts on the situation from like an outside, like United point of view, or are you good?
What about Xavi Simons?
On the Nkunku situation with Bayern?
Yeah, you want 60 million, right? Something ridiculous money like that. If I'm not wrong. That's what I last heard, that Chelsea wants 60 million. Is that the case?
I don't know if that came through clear for anyone else. If it did, could you please help me out? Because
No, I said you wanted 60 million, right, for Nkunku. The last I knew of what Chelsea wanted was 60 million.
I think we dropped it to about 40, if I'm not mistaken.
We did.
Yeah, I mean that might be even still too much for like a from the club from Bundesliga, you know, because them guys they want big fees when it comes to selling players like, you know, Wirtz and Havertz and all these guys, but they are very stringent when it comes to paying. So yeah, even 40 million might be a bit too much for him. That's to 40 million pounds. That's like whatever, 50 million euros, something like that. So yeah, I mean, I get why you want to sell Nkunku and this guy Jackson, so you can replace him with Xavi Simons and Garnacho. And I hope it goes through, because I want to see the backside of Garnacho ASAP. So, and I mean, I don't want to diss your incoming player, but I just don't rate it. Xavi Simons like that. He's a good option. That's it. and I hope it gets true because if you are, this transfer window seems to be out players going on strike. I don't know if you saw what this guy Visa is doing at Brentford. Is
Yeah,
almost
he's
like
deleted all his posts, he's changed his
yeah, he's
profile
deleted
picture.
all his stuff and unfollowed the club.
Everything.
And you seeing what Isaac is doing. I don't know what Xavi Simons' personality is like, or is he so desperate to join Chelsea? But I hope that doesn't come to fruition because you don't want players like that. They are going on strike to join your club. Who knows? They might do the same thing a couple of years down the line. Look at what Anthony is doing at our club. Betis, Real Betis sporting director, he has come out openly and said that we cannot sign Anthony unless it's on our terms, and they want to do another loan with option to buy. Despite Anthony impressing and taking the club to the Conference League final, and Anthony is just sitting there hoping United will accept that condition towards the end of the window. So yeah, I hope that deal goes through because, I don't know, your bench still looks good yesterday, but yeah, Xavi Simons, he does offer. He's like a direct replacement of Nkunku, if I'm not wrong. He can play all front three positions. So yeah, man, he's a okay player for me. But I hope it does get through this deal.
All right, JC, thank you very much.
That as well, though.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, from what it looks like, Simons is being very professional. I believe he was in the matchday squad over the weekend for Leipzig, so he's not going on strike. Also, just quickly, you said players going on strike and stuff like that. Look at
a goal and
a perfect example because he went on strike, didn't have a preseason, and then he struggled against United yesterday from all accounts that I've heard because I was stuck in a car trying to get back from Chelsea. So I could only hear what people are saying and read what people are saying, but it seemed like he struggled, and obviously he'd been on strike for about a month or so.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Simons actually play yesterday for Leipzig, right?
Yeah, he was in the squad. I don't know if he played because obviously I wasn't paying attention because I was at Chelsea.
He played.
Yeah,
I think he came on. I think
he
played.
played and he scored a goal and an assist as well.
Yeah.
Oh, class.
That's class. Wow.
Yep. So,
he definitely won't go on. He definitely won't go on strike.
We got too many of you. One at a time, guys. Let's
I was just saying that's class. That's what Eze did as well. He played. Gehi played. That's what you want. You want the players to still play. You don't want them to go on strike because it could negatively impact every party.
That is so true because you just made a point there about Clocares, and look, he looked. I watched the game in parts when I was busy yesterday, and yeah, he looked really off the pace. He really did, and this is testament to him going on strike and not having a preseason, traveling with sporting and stuff like that. So yeah, it's better you be professional until that deals happens, and wherever it happen, it happen. If it don't, well, that's just it. Go back to you, Nick.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Jesse. Stephen G also in here, and Scala also from Manchester United. So if you're a United fan, you're here, and you have questions related to Manchester United, you can drop them in the comment section below. Scala will answer them for you. We'll give you an answer. I'm sure I probably know some of these answers. Now I will give it to you. But if it's over my head, then I will stretch my hand to reach out to Scala to jump in. And we have Stephen G, who was at the game yesterday, and not forget DJ Saab also was at the game, and they watched something else that we did not see. They saw more than we saw on the screen. And there have been, I don't want to go back to the game, but there's some few things we will talk about it as the stream's about to end regarding the center back situation with a Champon and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to get in there for now. But now we're talking about Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku also, and Nicholas Jackson report as saying that he's been linked to a lot of football clubs, Milan and Aston Villa. He's Everton, Aston Villa, Everton, and a whole bunch of clubs are aiming for the signature, but the price tag is too hefty for some Premier League clubs to do. 80 million is the asking price. Is it for real? But I don't know where you guys are at this moment. Are you still on Nicholas Jackson, or are you on Nkunku or Nicholas Jackson, Stephen and DJ?
No, we literally were just on Nkunku, so we've not got to the Jackson bit yet because we were elaborating the Nkunku thing, and incorporated Simmons to an extent into it as well.
So everyone said his piece on Nkunku.
Yeah.
You guys all good?
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, you're good to go.
Where you were up to
Move
on
on.
comments, if you want to quickly catch up on that as well.
The comments, not a whole lot of comments here. JC said, "What is David Hamstring doing here?"
Hamstring.
Oh, David Ornstein. Sorry, David Ornstein. Oh my goodness. David Ornstein. What's David Ornstein doing over here? Oh yeah, not him, JC. You know, I got that to use the picture, and then I left that on the screen thinking that's what I was going to use. But no, I didn't intend to use that one. I used the picture for my thumbnail, and I forgot and left it there. But yeah, Cunha was awesome from Randall. Cunha, Scala, have you talked about your guys' game? Did you talk about it?
Yeah, the Arsenal game?
Yeah, the Arsenal game. Did you touch on it before I move on?
Nope.
No, you want to? You want to touch? You want to take about 60 seconds to touch on it?
Yeah, we can talk about it because it was the game of the week. I mean, when it comes to like big clubs playing, I think I did watch the Aston Villa Newcastle game. I think after that the most interesting game, or probably the most interesting game, was United Arsenal. So yeah, I mean, for once at least we did play well, although the result didn't go our way, despite us having more shots on target, more good chances. It was just like a stupid error by a goalkeeper who should not be there, should not be playing for United. He's he's not good. If you remember, like Arsenal, they had a goalkeeper from Iceland. I don't know what his name was. That was his moment. That was a moment for by India as well. He's not that level, and he's playing. Does not belong here. But unfortunately, we don't have a number two. I wouldn't have mind to see Tom Heaton on the goal. At least he's experienced and can catch a ball. But yeah, man, we were quite good. I mean, not quite good. We were like better than what we were last season. I mean, we were doing things which we couldn't do last season. And I'm hoping this continues, because for Amarim to work, for his system to work, he has to, get his wing backs things sorted out. And at least on one side, we are seeing that with Patrick Togo. He's quite good. He covered the most. I don't know if you saw the stat. He covered the most distance of any player in this Premier League game week. I think it was around 11.2 kilometers. So yeah, pretty much up and down, up and down. That's what you need from a wing back. But yeah, I mean, apart from sub-back performances, namely like Bruno Fernandes and this guy Diego Dolon, I think we were quite good, and I'm very looking forward to the next game, which is a very tough game against Fulham, and they are on a bit of a roll. So
just to ask you,
let me ask you a question, right?
Go on.
In terms of after a 38 game match weeks and stuff, where do you think Man United will realistically finish?
Yeah, realistically, I mean, we can finish somewhere around 6, because we have got one game a week, and after spending like close to 200 million now, there is no excuse to not finish in the Europa League. So that's my aim. I don't think we are going to be making top 5. That's going to be difficult, but I definitely feel like we can finish ahead with the likes of Brighton and Forest and all those guys. So yeah, 6 for me.
Now here's what I say. Here's what I saying, right? When I did my match prediction, I put Man United to finish 10th. Reason being, in terms of, most people will basically say the top 4 teams will more or less be cemented in terms of Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. It's not a guarantee, but that's what most people predict. I think from 5th to 10th, I put Aston Villa, Newcastle, Tottenham. You are seeing how these 3 teams here already playing, and they already have basically a base where they could just continue from. Tottenham, I think Tottenham just had a blimp, but you all seen how they played in preseason, and you all saw their game on Saturday. This team is not to be messed with, right? So I put those 3 teams in that 7, 6, 5th, and 8. I put Nottingham Forest, Everton. Everton had a terrific preseason, and that guy Moyes, he came back home. he is going to galvanize that team. That team under Moyes always used to be in around 6th and battling for 4th, right? So I think they are going to be in the mix yet again. And 9th, I put Nottingham Forest, and these teams from 9th to 1st place, I think they are going to be better than Man United. I think Man United will finish 10th. I'm being really honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's your opinion, but I mean, yeah, that's your realistic opinion. But in my opinion, and this is what I want, I think, for you asking what is realistic. So for me, 6th is realistic, and all the teams you mentioned, I do take a point about Tottenham. I think they are better than us, so that's why I put them 5th for me. But all those guys like Forest, Newcastle, and I don't consider Everton. I'm sorry. I think they'll finish. I think they'll be lucky to finish top 10. I'm not counting Everton, but definitely Brighton and all those guys. I mean, if a club with a 600 million turnover revenue, they can't finish top 6. I don't know what do you want me to expect. So yeah, I have to say we have to finish 6th. So as a United fan, that's what my realistic opinion is.
I think you all are better than Brighton, and this time around, you all are going to be better than those teams. But just based off what it is I am seeing from preseason and these current crop of managers that these teams have, because I'm telling you, Nottingham Forest, my God, that team were in the only thing I understand the one game a week for you all. I totally get that. I totally get that. You all have no excuse but not to finish anything from 6th and above. You all have no excuse because you all are the only team around there. You all and basically Everton that I put to finish there. You all should definitely. But in terms of just, I think Man United midfield is going to let them down big time. It's going to let them down big time.
All right,
that's true.
Thank you very much. I think a DJ had a question before Jesse jump in. Did you have a question for Scala?
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
Then we can move on to Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Scala just about Manchester United. Who yesterday, Scala, did impress you, man, on all the ones that came on the debut? Who did you like the most, bro? Who are you looking forward to seeing now? All the signings you're making there, who do you think is going to impress you the most? I mean, is it all of them, or is there any particular one you want?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I think Konya for me stood out definitely because he is a profile of a player which we don't have. We never had. I can't remember a player like him who can run with the ball. You saw what he did to Saliba. He just rolled him off.
I did.
Yeah, and I can't remember a player like them. I think only player I can remember is like a prime Paul Pogba when he was like in his first season, who can just dust off the defenders, centre backs, and can run with the ball. So we don't have that dynamic player like that. So I'm very glad to have him, and he impressed me. He was very quiet the first half, and you can see he's got that annoying personality where if he's not doing well, he wants to do well. He's not like someone like a Rashford. If he's not playing well for 60 minutes, he won't care for the next 30. So yeah, definitely Cunha for me. And Bomo, like both of our new 10s, they're very much impressed. And we are trying to do this quick switch to the diagonals when the 10s are in the wide positions. That's something tactically we have changed. And Mbomo, this guy's got a very good first touch. When the ball is on the air. I know he's like a professional footballer, and this should be given. But when you have seen the likes of Garnacho, all those guys, it's the standard is very low. So we do get impressed by little things. So yeah, I am very looking forward to how those two work in that 10 position. So yeah, those for me definitely Mbomo, Sesko, it was literally a cameo. So he didn't have much time to do anything. So we'll have to hold judgment on Sesko. He was definitely not my first or second choice even. So I'm not getting overhyped by the Sesko thing. So we'll see what he does. But yeah, man, Cunha is someone when you have someone a dynamic player in that midfield, it's completely a game changer. Those guys can win you the game on their own. So yeah, for me, it's definitely Cunha.
Yeah, I thought he was awesome yesterday as well. I thought he was excellent, Cunha. I thought he was probably your best player on the pitch. I thought yesterday, mate. But yeah, that's all it was, isn't he? It's not that question.
Yeah, I don't think the goalkeeper did that bad. I think that the goal that he conceded, it was a mastermind from Arsenal Football Club, and what they do is shoveling goalkeepers where they don't have a chance. If you push the goalkeeper away from there, how can he save a ball? I watched.
Come on, man. Goalkeeper can use their hand. They can literally shove off defenders. Do you think that Donnarumma is getting shoved off, or
No.
I don't know, Alisson's getting shoved off? I don't think even Sanchez, who's 6'5", built like I don't know, he's quite well built. He's getting shoved off by Saliba. So yeah, Bayern, he's just not that level, man. He's very soft and he's like very. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how tall he is as well. Like I can't remember a number 2 of Man United being so like out of touch. He's not that good. And the most troubling and the horrifying fact which we have to face as United fan is that when Bayern goes to the bench, we have got Onana back, who is like another torture for us. So yeah, man, I hope we can get a goalkeeper in before the transfer window ends, because that's going to be a very big. I don't know. You guys know what Onana, man. Anytime the ball comes into the box, or I don't know, it's just a crazy moment, man. That guy is built like an auntie.
Bro.
So
he's a torture, bro.
Yeah, he is. I don't know. I mean, he's not even tall. And the good thing about we don't do that. We don't play out from the back. So it's not that we can test his skills of playing out from the back. And he can't stop shots. So yeah, we need to get a goalkeeper, man. Definitely. I don't know if we can do that. We don't have the budget for it. I saw today it's being reported that we have ruled out the goalkeeper signing. So we are going to get a midfielder instead of him. So yeah, we might as well finish 10th or below with Onana. That's something I have to consider. But yeah, that's going to be a problem position for us.
All right, Chow, thank you very much, Escala. We're going to move on from that little review of yesterday's game. Now, we're going to look at Nicholas Jackson. Reporters saying Aston Villa have added Nicholas Jackson to their shortlist and are closely monitoring his situation. Talks have already taken place, and several clubs are also interested. Likes of Bayern Munich have also gathered information, but a move to Munich is not happening at this moment. The 24-year-old versatile striker is still on the verge of leaving Chelsea FC. Aston Villa now, I think the key club, now the key club in for him at this moment.
Do you know what's hilarious about that? This is from Plettenberg, yeah? Bro,
Steven, give me a second. Let me cut this across. Guys, I got 3 kids in the house, and each one has a PlayStation 4, and they're playing on it. So it's dragging a lot of the juice away from me. I'm not even using Wi-Fi. I'm using direct cable from the modem, and I wish I can help it, but I can't help it. It was good. Now it's going down again. That should tell me there's a lot of demand on the modem at this moment. So please forgive me for that. Hopefully it will be better. If you're having problem on the YouTube, then it's my fault, please. But anyway, go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, just quickly, this came from Plettenberg, but do you know what's hilarious about this? Jackson's been on Aston Villa's list of potential players if Watkins goes for a while now. He's been there to my knowledge, he's been there for a lot of the last month or two. So Plettenberg coming out and saying that, I'm like, cool, I get it, but at the same time, we knew this. We knew he was on that list.
Exactly.
So, whilst it's news because there's other teams mentioned, I think Matt Law said Juventus and a couple other Italian clubs. That bit's news, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for Plettenberg to make out like, oh, he's only just on Villa's list and talks only just taken place, that's not true. Because I'm aware that there's been stuff going on for a while.
Okay. All right.
This is exactly what it is I am saying, right?
Yeah, hold on a second, Jesse, please. I will come back to you.
Basically, more or less said it.
Dua?
Yeah, DJ basically said it earlier on with the whole Xavi Simons situation. This basically is more or less the same thing. Clubs are letting the window wind down because they know we want to get these players off of our books. Aston Villa, fun as you just said, he's been linked to Aston Villa weeks ago. So for Florian Plettenberg to come out and say that Aston Villa basically is now interested, that is totally disingenuous. That is absolutely not true. We've been hearing stories, links Nicholas Jackson, Aston Villa, weeks now. They are just letting the window wind down so they could either get him on a cheap or get him on a loan. They know Chelsea want to get these players off. All clubs are going to do these things. Axel De Sassi, Vega, Chelsea are publicly coming out and saying that they want to get these players off their books. Clubs are going to let the window wind down and either take them on a loan or get them on a cheap.
DJ.
Yeah, bro.
We're talking about your friend over here, Nicholas Jackson. Can Chelsea afford to keep him if they can't sell him? To still is there room for him? Not in the starting 11, but is there room for him on the bench?
Just to answer that question, first of all, just on the Jackson thing, I mean, you guys mentioned other teams here. It was surprisingly today that I did actually mention today. I was on a WhatsApp call to Dan and Deals today. Big up to both of them. And lo and behold, it wasn't nonsense, because I had something come to me this morning regarding Jackson and Napoli. And that's only because what happened was Lukaku's out for 3 months with an injury, right? And they're now looking to bring us. They need to bring somebody in there to replace him for 3 months. I'm not saying it's going to be they're going to get him on loan, because that's not going to happen. All right, so there's a possibility that there is that option for him as well to go to Napoli as well. What I will say quickly on Jackson, I personally think, guys, maybe you guys are going to disagree with me on this one, right? I personally think that we are currently outpricing this guy. I think we're trying to put him in the market more than what he's worth. He's not worth 70 million. I'm sorry. Yeah, and if Chelsea think they're going to get 70 million for him, that's why no one's going to put that money on the table for him. Yeah, I'd say about 50 to 60 million, get a deal done. If Villa are happy to pay that kind of money, sell him for that money. Why we're looking to get 70 million for this guy is beyond me. It's not going to happen. Unless a club from Saudi are going to come in, right? Yeah, no other club is going to put 70 million on Jackson, and that's just and unfortunately that is just a fact, and you guys can come on me if you want to disagree with me. I don't mind the debate, but that's just my honest opinion. I rate him. I think he's a good player. I think he's done well for us. Yes, he's a World Club winner. Yes, he's a Conference Cup winner. That might take into consideration, but after the way he's been in the last couple of games, the way his whole thing is, the way his whole body language has been with Chelsea since all this, he's not. It feels like he doesn't clearly want to be there. But the club have already come out and said it, though, innit? If he doesn't go, well, he's not an emergency to sell. They won't get rid of him because he's not a big priority to get rid of. Only if a good offer comes in for him. I keep hearing that thing, if a good offer comes in. Well, they're going to be waiting forever because no good offer is going to come on the books that they're looking for him. Yeah. I'd say about 50 to 60 million. I'll probably even say 60 million. Get him off the books. If Villa put that down, sell him. If you're thinking 70 to 80 million, it ain't going to happen, bro. And I know people...
60, no?
I don't think DJ. I don't think I disagree with you. I think I agree with you, DJ. I do agree with you 100%. I think 70, 80 million overpriced is the overpriced in Nicholas.
And the only reason why he's priced that money is because they've seen Manchester United. Sorry, Sky, to put you and your team into this, right? Yeah, but it's facts. They've seen your club go and put what 80 million, 70 million on Sesko, who's hardly even the ball in the Premiership.
As well, don't forget.
Yeah. So now they're thinking, well, he's actually got more experience than Sesko. So that's why we can put that money on him. Yeah.
You are spot on with that. You are very, very much spot on. Here's what I would add to that.
Said the exact reason,
think price,
let DJ land, and then you guys just let him land, and then you guys can jump in when it lands. Okay.
I think what
let him land.
What the club is trying to do is
cool.
that they put a hefty price on Jackson to get the real price that they want. I think they value Jackson.
Can you hear me?
Around 60 million. Yeah.
Let DJ land, and then you can jump in. Okay.
No, I was just gonna. No, it's cool. It's cool. I was just gonna say, I think if they're looking for that kind of money from me, it ain't gonna happen. And like I said, the only reason why they've priced him at that money is because of the Benjamin Sesko deal. No other reason why. Because that for me, I mean, Sesko's coming, man, and I think we can all agree on here. And Sculler will go with this one as well. Benjamin Sesko's not worth the money United paid for him. For me, you guys should have got him less than that. I mean, United have been shortchanged there, but don't get me wrong. I do rate him. I think he's going to be an excellent player for you guys, from what I've seen of him, and I think he'll come and score you the goals that you guys need, but not for the money that you guys paid for him. And the same thing I was saying about Jackson. He's not worth the money our club is asking him, even though he's even got the Premiership experience over Sesko. He still ain't worth that kind of money. That's just my honest opinion and take.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Even on Jesse, who wants to jump in?
Just quickly, what I'm going to say is, I can't remember exactly who it is. It might have been Matt Law or one of those, but it's already come out in the media that Chelsea now value him. With every striker that got sold, Chelsea's valuation of Nicholas Jackson went up because of the price that said players got sold for. So Sesko bumped it up again, right? Because you had the deal you had the Ekitike deal, you had the Sesko deal, and each forward that got done, Chelsea then went, okay, so Jackson's valuation's now this. Oh, Jackson's valuation's gone up again because this deal's now higher than the last deal. And that's all that's happened, and the journalists have already said it as well. So, yeah, he's hit the nail on the head with his point about it being because of other players have gone for those levels. But I think Chelsea would take 60 million. I think if Chelsea could get 60 million, whether that's total or that's just the guaranteed fee, 60 million, maybe you get 10 million add-ons, whatever. I think Chelsea take that. They snap your hand off for it. But they've got to make themselves look strong of, we're taking nothing less than this.
Now, Stephen, how about we tell Aston Villa, look, we want a player of yours, you want a player of ours. Give us Morgan Rogers and him, and then you can have it. I'd take that any day of the week.
Where are you going to play Rogers?
I'll chuck the Sassy in for free as well.
In the midfield? Okay.
Excellent, bruv. That's true.
All right, Jesse, go ahead. Jesse, jump in then.
No, well, as I was saying just now, I totally agree with what DJ was saying. I don't think you're going to have much people to disagree with you, DJ, with that analogy there. I don't think you're going to have much people to disagree with you, right? I think the club really looking for around 60 to 65 million, but they basically intentionally overpriced him. So they know that, all right, a lot of clubs are not going to really want to meet that valuation that they put on him, like 70, 80. So they go take me down to the original, the real price that they want. Or they could basically look at it like, all right, we put a fee on his head for like around 75, 80 million, right? In euros. When you convert it, they're probably really looking for it in pounds now. If you understand what I mean, the 60 to 65 million, they're probably really looking for that amount in pounds when they do the conversion. Something crazy like that. But yeah, Nicholas Jackson isn't even worth that amount of money. And I think this things that what clubs are doing now, putting valuation based on what other clubs doing, that needs to stop. Man United definitely overpaid for Benjamin Sesko. Definitely. 100%. That's a lot of money that they paid, right?
And Liverpool for Ekitike, bro. That's another one that should have gone for that price.
Or Ekitike as well too. We know Liverpool overpaid. They know themselves that they overpaid. From the very beginning, in the early where Chelsea was linked to Ekitike, Chelsea absolutely run away from that. We got turned off because they were quoting prices of 90 to 100 million. Who's going to pay that for a striker, especially a Bundesliga striker? These players have a tendency to come to the Premier League and struggle. We are not going to get burned with that again. So to pay 100 million for that guy, absolutely not. But in terms of Nicholas Jackson, you're not going to have much people to disagree with you. I think everybody is going to be on the same page. It's just whether or not now, if we really get him pushed on, moved out. So we have to wait for that to happen. Let's see. Let's wait and
Right, I think that's it. Thank you very much, Jesse. Cole Palmer, big up to you, Palmer man, in there. He says we need a center back ASAP. The Xavi and Xavi through the door. Bayern Munich should slap the money down for Christopher Nkunku ASAP. I can't have it going to deadline day where Xavi Simons won't be able to get up to the speed we need him at the moment. That's from a co-palmer. Absolutely, that needs to be done. I mean, If the Garnacho, who is already in England, we can get that deal done, or Xavi Simons can get that deal done, and we'll be looking at outgoing players, I'll be okay with that. Get this Garnacho and Xavi Simons deal done, wrap that up, then we can focus on outgoing players. But they want to leave one player out, that can spike.
It's not as simple as that, bro.
Deadline day things. What is going on with Xavi Simons? Just get these players off. If Nicholas Jackson is not leaving, it means that we can get Xavi Simons in. I understand we have to offload some few players before you can bring some in. Steven, I'll come back to you in a second. Don't worry. Dan, big up to you, Dan. Dan will be on the panel tomorrow, Dan. Don't worry. I'm trying to reshuffle things a little bit, and I'll give breaks to people. I know, Dan. Don't mind me. Intentionally did not send it to you. I want you to relax. Tomorrow we'll be on the stream, Dan. Big up to you. It says big up chatters on the panel. Cole Palmer said we could have used Xavi to break down the low block yesterday.
Big up
Yes, DJ Sab from Dan, absolutely. Cole Palmer said that we definitely need another winger too. Big up to I123 Love You. Says big up Nick Zion and everyone in the panel. Absolutely. Everyone out there. Big up to you. I123 Love You forever in the building. Gittins was raw yesterday. I have my opinion on Gittins, man. After Thursday, I saw him kick ball, man. I've never been even convinced, even when it was linked. Any Bundesliga player, man, it never excites me. No Bundesliga player excites me. I'll still tell you,
first game, bro.
Etiquette or Etiquette. You know what Etiquette means in my language? Big head. That's what it means in my language. Big head. Etiquette. Eti means head, and then Kessie means big. So Etiquette. That's what his name means in my language. All right, this is if you're now new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Thank you very much. I want to love you forever. I didn't even see the name. Thank you for the promo. Dan said, "Ani, I'm busy today, bro." Nah, no worries. Okay, as being doing work. Okay, doing work in the house. Okay. Absolutely. Dan, thank you very much. Danny boy. And big up to my brother Kai in the building. Says Gettings will do a bit, but we'll take him time to adapt. I know it will take him time, but look, I have my reservation on these Bundesliga players. As soon as we link with them, I was like, God help us. God help
me, man. You're so honestly, and yet one of our Bundesliga players that you're mocking so badly scored as a winning Champions League goal, and we won the Champions League in 2021. Yeah. Let's not forget about that one.
I don't forget about it. If you talk about one season or one moment glory, that's all. We pay these players.
History.
DJ, don't make me rant about the frauds that don't know his own position, yeah?
Yeah, that's DJ's talking about. Talk to Stephen about it.
But Stephen, bro, he's still got us that chat. Okay, he might not know his own position. Yeah, he's a luxury player.
Who knows where this player plays?
But he still scored us that winning goal in the Champions League.
Yes, and I'm thankful for that, but he's still a fraud that was offside 10 times a game.
So you tell me, where does Kai Havertz fit in your lineup? Is it midfield, right back, left back, centre back, attacking?
We're in this team now.
False nine. Where do you put Kai Havertz?
We're in this team now.
Left back in the changing room.
He plays left back in the changing room.
My days,
he came on from the bench yesterday against Man United.
No mocking Turbo Timo Werner. Yeah, Turbo Timo Werner.
The difference is Werner actually put in effort to improve. That's the difference.
Timo Werner was just a running merchant. Anytime the ball is coming, you know where he takes the ball to? He takes the ball to the left-hand side on the corner.
Sorry, I just had to come in. I'm just winding you guys up, man. It's nothing. Listen, I know they didn't work out, but
the difference is, I still mock Werner for stuff, but the difference is, unlike Havertz, Werner actually seemed to work hard to try to improve.
Yeah, he did. Kai
That's
Havertz
why
was
I've got more of an
lazy.
issue with Havertz.
Unfortunately, poor
Natajia,
Timo Werner was an
lazy,
offside. He was an offside merchant, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, whilst I get that, and I've said that before as well, yeah, with him, yeah, it wasn't always on him. Like, the amount of times he'd make a run and he'll be the slightest bit offside. Like, if that ball went a fraction of a second earlier, he was
listen. I agree. I mean, listen, I've got no qualms at the two players. I mean, I know Kai Havertz left in the wait. I think only annoyed about Kai Havertz is the circumstance he left us, which I thought was absolutely disgraceful, to be honest with you. But other than that, you know, I got no hate towards any of the players.
I'm grateful for his Champions League final goal, but for the rest of the time, it was depressing watching him. All right.
Yeah, true.
That's okay, the end of my stance.
That's true, bro. That's true.
But just quickly, because of you mentioned about, I think it was you mentioning, just get Simmons through the door and then focus on the outgoings, yeah? To register the new players for the Champions League as one of the conditions of us breaching the rules, yeah? We have to basically have our guaranteed fees match in terms of outgoings and incomings. They have to basically match or have got more from sales than what we did from incomings. So it's not as simple as buy Simmons and then worry about the sales after, because then everyone knows, oh, Chelsea has spent this much, so they need to make this much in guaranteed fees to offset it. Otherwise, they can't register new players for Champions League, right? Then we really will get what we've been speaking about on this show, a lot of low ball offers. I mean, we're getting some of those already, yeah? But could you imagine if we went and got Simmons, how much worse it'd be? Also, side note, because you've got this up from Premier League, Grealish starts on the bench. Dewsbury Hall starts.
And Grealish probably is not much fit. Probably he's not much fit. But thank you very much. I want to love you forever. Say sometimes we're very, very dramatic. Sometimes, but bro, still funny. Thank you very much. I want to love you. Jack Grealish on the screen. When I saw it when it signed up paper, I thought when he signed a new contract for Villa, or he on loan to Villa, I thought he had a haircut. Yeah. I'm just seeing that he's got.
Everton, bro. On loan to Everton, you mean?
Everton. I mean Everton. But thank you very much.
Normal preseason or no? Because that could be the reason for it.
He wasn't part of the preseason.
There's a reason.
Pep, for whatever reason or another, Pep should at least give him a pre-season. Okay, you're going to get rid of the player. Okay, fair enough. At least still give him pre-season. Do you know what I mean? You know, but he chose not to. I think he's a good player. I really do. I think Jack Grealish is a good player. I mean, a lot of people underrate this guy. I know he's had issues with the drink, whatever you want to call it. But Paul Gascoigne had that situation years and years ago. He was still a terrific player. This is something he's got to get over. That's all, mate. You know what I mean? So I think there's a good player in him still.
Yeah, guys. So we just have some few minutes to end the stream. We don't have long today. I don't want to stay for too long. Cole Palmer said that I think Garnacho is just a smoke screen. That's what other people are saying.
I pray, but
I doubt it's a smoke screen.
I pray the same thing.
Yeah, I think we get Rogers and Xavi Simons in his opinion. Cole Palmer, thank you very much for the comment. I don't think it's a small screen because this link has been there. Was it January, right? Was it January? It's been there since January that it was linked. I don't think
that was necessarily linked in January, but there's talks coming out now that Chelsea were interested in January, but I can't remember off the top of my head anything from actual January, if that makes sense.
Yeah, from what I think I saw or I was listening into that Chelsea showing interest. I think way back in January.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. I think we showed interest, but I don't think it was reported from what I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah, he is definitely not a smoke screen. I think Chelsea are going in for Garnacho 100, and then we just don't want to pay the fee that Man United is asking for.
That's what it is.
Just 30 million, bro. 30 million. Accept it or don't accept it. If you don't accept it, we walk away. Simple.
And that is it. Okay. And I've been telling a lot of Man United fans this.
Sorry, I'm just saying, but I said I'm not talking anything bad on your player. I'm not believing it. I'm just saying.
No. You didn't say bad.
Basically saying 30 million for him is, I think, a fair offer for the guy.
Yep.
If United are still saying they want more for him, forget it. We walk away. I'd rather go and get me what's his name? Fofana from Malik Fofana. Go and get me him.
No.
DJ, £1 and a Fredo.
You know what? I can't wait to see Alejandro. I'm not. It is unpopular opinion, but I can't wait to see Alejandro Garnacho in the wearing Chelsea jersey and then getting on the pitch and scoring a goal. And then against Manchester United and lift up the jersey and point it to. He scores against United, take your jersey off, and then show it to them and says, I am Alejandro Garnacho.
Guys, just make sure he doesn't vape before that, yeah? Sorry, Jesse, make sure he doesn't vape before that, yeah?
Oh yeah, I want him to vape so he can get more energy. Vape, Alejandro Garnacho, vape for me. Garnacho, I need you to vape for me. Cole Power.
But you know that tattoo artist he went to, yeah?
Yeah.
In that, so there was loads of tweets about it. So the guy is one of those guys who he claims he does courses. It's like a small little thing, and then you're qualified, even though it's BS, yeah? And there's reputation that a lot of people that go to him, they have to have other people fix his work because it's that bad.
Oh my God. Seriously, man.
The tattoo that he's been doing.
Oh my days.
In other words, in short, he's essentially a conman. It's true. Is that not true? If you're offering courses and then magically you're qualified without doing certain things, yeah, and then you're doing work that people need to fix, yeah?
100%. 100%, Steve. You're spot on, bro. 100%, mate. And Nee, I hope you're hearing what he's saying because it's true, bro. Yeah, it's so true.
It is.
Because he doesn't do it right, and then I just have to fix his job for him and take the money. I get it. Yeah, I've had that too, so I know how that works. But me, I didn't do mine twice. It was done properly well. All right. So yeah, before we end the stream, there's just one we're gonna add to it. Let's see if we can wrap it up at an hour 40 minutes. So we got 4 minutes to wrap this thing up.
45.
An hour for what's that, Steven?
Hour 40 or hour 45?
Hour 40.
Okay.
An hour 40. So we got 4 minutes. Yeah, I said we got
4 minutes to go. Yeah, you got 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
So
we got just 4 minutes
to
go.
Do the usual wrap up.
Yeah, we got just 4 minutes to go.
That's one thing. If Garnacho really comes to Chelsea and we play against Man United, and he scores a goal against Man United in Old Trafford, and he scores the goal on the side where the majority of Man United fans are, he's going to score there. He's going to run from that goalpost straight down to Chelsea.
100%.
Do that.
Adebayo. Ex-Adebayo.
Adebayo did it running down to the main part.
And the worst thing of all is, add insult to injury, right? Yeah, he scores that same goal he scored against Everton, and then he does that run.
Wow.
That ball, that overhead kick, mate. What a goal that was, mate. Where credit is due on that. That goal he scored against Everton, he scores that spectacular goal at Old Trafford, yeah, but in the blue of Chelsea, and then he runs to the United fans and goes, yeah, and gives it to all that. Gives it all to them, do you know what I mean?
I could definitely see him doing something crazy like that, and he will go out there playing against them with a point to prove, and he will definitely try to score. So
definitely,
let's wait and see what happens, guys.
Yeah,
that would be funny, but
no. There you go. I saw him with the ball. I have to move it real quick because YouTube would just send me something right now, tell me whatever copyright right now. Can you imagine? Can you guys imagine that the copyright for Chelsea? If you take your own camera even to the stadium and record that with the event and you upload it, you have to get that sound out of your video because you'll be copyrighted for that. I was like,
seriously?
Yeah, I got copyrighted for the video that I uploaded, so I have to take that the sound out and then add my own sound. It don't make sense.
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
No, Steven, today's music.
Oh, on today's one.
Yeah, today's one, the one that you sent to me, I uploaded.
I know we've had issues with it before.
Yeah. So I have to delete the other one, edit the video again, add a new sound to it before I could upload it. But anyway, before we end the stream, let's take just a few seconds here, talk about a champion situation. I know there's so many, JC and I were going back and front, heated debate on it. And I don't want to prolong this, just a little short thing on it. I'll start from JC. Jesse, what do you make of these? I want to hear from you because I'm having a different I have a different point of view on the young player. Yes, he was supposed to play in a different role, a certain role that Levi Cole was supposed to pass the ball directly to certain key players in the midfield. He initiates the attack, he controls everything, but he's not a Levi Cole. That's where I was standing. He's not a Levi Cole. He tried to do his best as he can, but he did not do it exactly as Levi Cole has been doing. Yeah, he hasn't been playing that role. He has never played that role before. First time doing it. And also, if you look at statistics in terms of challenges and dual one on the page, statistics will tell you that he did very well in that game. But where do you start?
Or something, didn't he?
Do what, Steven?
Oh, he was
and tackles and stuff like that.
He did very well, but the distribution was not spot on. I want to know from you, Jesse. Then we go to Steven. Then we go to DJ. Then we go to Steven. Then yeah, I want to know where you guys all stand on it. Do we think that if it's not ready, then it means that we don't have to give him a chance, or he need to move on and bring someone that is ready to go? I want to know what you guys make of it, because I'm saying that they should give him a chance. Do you think that he deserves to give a chance to develop under the circumstances, or we need to put him on the side and bring in another one who is ready to go to get the season going for us? Where do you stand on this?
I would just say we gave Levi Colwell a chance, and he wasn't the finished article when we gave him that chance. At the end of the day, we end up in a situation. This could have happened throughout the season. Levi Colwell could have picked up any kind of injury. It could have been anybody, right? So we are in a situation now where the club think we have the Action Pong has the potential, and we've seen it in yesterday's game. Yes, it's just one game, I understand, but he's made a great account of himself. He won 4 out of 5 tackles yesterday, right? Yes, he is no Levi Colwell. Yes, he probably wouldn't put in the same set of passes that Levi Colwell would have done if he was fit and playing in that game yesterday. But in terms of giving players an opportunity to develop, I think we should give him the opportunity to develop. Give him the chance, and let's see where it goes. I still think we should bring in a defender, but Action Pong should be that person starting ahead of that defender. He played in the Premier League. He knows the Premier League. Give him that start. Bring in another defender, because you all see what happened to Tosin. So let's just say if this Tosin takes about three months to come back, I'm just saying, we can't just rely on Action Pong and Chalaba alone. That is crazy. We need another defender. But Action Pong should be starting ahead of that other defender who we bring in. That's my take on it.
JC. No, that's not the reason. I forgot, JC. I forgot. I'm not scared to have an online discussion with you. I like to have a civil, discussion. And you know that. You like it civil too. Why wouldn't I have you on? It's just that I didn't have Dan on today. You have to remember. I'm just trying to schedule it so it doesn't become too much for everyone. I didn't send Mo. I didn't send Dan, and I did not send it to you. I'm just trying to keep the numbers a little bit small. Tomorrow, maybe we're not gonna have JC on, or maybe DJ. We're gonna have different faces. As if you have too many people, it takes too long. I want to cut the stream down to an hour and a half every day, and I think that will be much better. So that's not the reason why, JC. That's not the reason why. But thank you very much. I'll read the comments as they come in. Who wants to jump in, DJ or Steven?
I would jump in, but I'll only take about 30 seconds, maybe a minute max.
Go for it, bro.
Go for it.
So my thing is, he did actually complete a lot of his passes, right? I think it was 93% if I read correctly. I'd need to double check it.
Bro. You're spot on. No, you're right.
He also won a lot of his duels.
DJ, he doesn't need your backup. He doesn't need your buck.
He also won like the most duels on the pitch. I think that was both most aerial duels, most ground duels as well, and I think even the tackles as well, if I'm not mistaken. So top performance overall. I'd also like to point out that naturally there was a couple of misplaced passes. It's a new role for him, and it's a lot of pressure coming in for Levi Colwell, who's naturally a fit for that position. I'd keep Josh around. But I'd bring someone who's more naturally a central centre-back in, and I'd use Josh as more of a natural right centre-back where we have Trevor Chalobah or we have Tosin if we need it, or you could use him at right-back. He'll get plenty of times. Chelsea play a lot of games this season. He'll get plenty of match time. Put him on the bench as many games as you can, get minutes off the bench as well. He just needs the experience. And it's just unfortunate the Colwell injury meant you had to chuck him in at deep end because Tosin then got injured and is missing at least the game yesterday. Who knows about Friday? We'll find that out on Thursday. But if Tosin's missing for Friday as well, then Josh should probably have to start that one as well because Wes won't be ready yet either. Like Wes was on the bench, but he said it was purely to have him with the squad. So he must be close to ready, but you don't want to chuck him in to start straight away. That was just my stance on it. It's chucking him in a deep end. He's going to naturally make a couple mistakes, but I want someone.
Can we rely on him, Steven? Can we rely on him to play the Liverpool role, even if Badiashile, Banu Badiashile returns? Can we rely on him for the rest of the season, or do you think that he needs to go on loan? I want to know your.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'd keep him, but I wouldn't use him necessarily as my first choice for the central centre-back role. I'd use him elsewhere because the central centre-back role, you'd want someone ideally with more experience, at least for now. And then you can sort of slowly bleed in a bit of Joshua Champong in that role and across the different roles because we know we set up mostly with a 3 and then a 2 and then your attack in terms of when we have the ball, right? We've spoken on it plenty of times. So I think you gradually put him with the minutes in that role or in another role, if that makes sense. Probably, in my mind, I'd slowly give him minutes in the central centre-back role off the bench because I know he's more natural in the other roles that are required for the system, if that makes sense. So I'd keep him around because he's a great option to have depth-wise. But I think it's a lot of pressure to chuck him in the deep end this early in a role that he's not played for us.
Okay. So one, something that I've also said in a discussion with JC is a role that he's not comfortable. He's never played that role before, but he's told to do something that he's not used to, which is what you just said. But how do you develop a player if it doesn't get much game time? It's not a loan we do for him. It's development.
No, I'm saying you give him the game time, but you bring someone in who's more of a specialist within that role, and then you can sub them off and put Josh on for 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. So he does get those minutes. He does get that experience, but it means you don't have to put the pressure on his shoulders to be the number one choice in that position whilst Colwell's out for like 8 months, 9 months, whatever.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stephen. JC said
that was my point. You still give him those minutes. You just don't put the pressure on him to start in that role.
Sorry, Stephen, can you just comment on what JC's just saying here? Do you agree with what he's just saying here? Because I totally disagree with this.
Right, let me read it loud so we can all hear. It says the eggs has hatched and the chickens cannot go back to the egg. Josh has to improve or become pure profit. Time never waits. There are players behind him in academy. We need to buy a new center back. Some will be sold, according to JC.
Totally disagree as well. I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think it's as simple or as black and white as improve or your pure profit, because at the end of the day, he's what, 18, 19? And
I think it's 19.
He's clearly been identified as one of the players who has the ability and has the talent. The ones that get sold for pure profit are the ones that are generally thought as they're good players, but they're maybe not going to get to the elite tier like what Reece can be when he's fit and what Levi could grow into with more time. And Levi sort of started to move up a couple of levels. I'm not saying he's elite. It's way too early to call Levi elite. Yeah. But at the start of the season, you saw last year, Levi was struggling a bit, right? And even a bit.
I told JC. JC said he never struggled. I said, JC, Levi will struggle.
The Poch, but that was probably because he was playing him left back. And a bit under Maresca at the start of the season. But as the season went on, you saw him grow and
growing
stuff like
into that role.
He said at the time, and I'm going to try and be quick because where the questions are coming, I've gone over the time I wanted to do. So I'm going to try and wrap it up quick. Part of that is also he's young, so his body's developing. He's becoming a man. So that's also part of the process with Josh as well. He's 18, 19 years old. He can still grow to about
19.
Old, so, yeah. He's around age. Like, he's late teens. Like, he's still in that development phase in terms of his body. He's going to get stronger. These things are going to happen. And it's just a process that has to happen. And I think that's why, as the season went on, Colwell got better and he took a couple of steps up. And that could happen with Josh. Who knows? Hopefully it does. But I don't think it's as black and white as he'll get sold pure profit. I think there's a reason they've identified him as a player that's going to be consistently moved up to the first team now, because obviously him and Tyreek George got promoted to the first team permanently at the back end of last season. So there's a reason for that, right? And you hear this stuff about Tyreek George could go, could not. But all of a sudden, that's gone very quiet, which is interesting. And he's been in each match day squad for the friendlies. He's been in the match day squad yesterday as well, Tyreek George, right? And I think that's because they view him as potential to be elite. So there's reasons why certain players are involved already at 18, 19 years old.
Thank you very much, Stephen G.
He's 19.
I think, JC.
I said this yesterday, JC. His 5th of May 2006 was his date of birth. He only turned 19 on the 5th of May this year. So how can he be 20 years old? Come on, JC. You're better than this, bro. Come on.
All right, so JC said, okay, here, JC said just improve our goals for pure profit. Here he said for training, there is academy need, but Josh cannot go back to the academy to learn. As I said, eggs has hatched and chickens cannot go back in there. All right, the truth is harsh and ruthless. The ruthless. There were teams inquiring for him. There were teams inquiring for him. By the way, he struggled. From JC,
he didn't struggle.
He's now 20 years old. He's not 18. He's not 18. He's 19 years old. He's just 19 years old. It is straightforward. He either improves or fades into pure profit from JC, and he will get limited game time.
Even if he did struggle in the game yesterday, people need to understand. Just now, 1 minute.
Is that you? Is that your turn, right? Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
jump in.
Yeah, people need to understand that he is only 19 years old, right?
Exactly,
Stephen just said it. Yeah, Stephen just said it.
Exactly.
He needs a lot of development. He needs to grow into his body. All these things. We also need to understand when Levi Colwell started to play left center back. He was around a similar age, but we had to give him the opportunity to prove himself. Now he's getting there. He's better. I think people just don't want to go back to that. What it is, we were the last 2 to 3 seasons where we had to go through this transition of Levi Colwell and seeing him struggle. I think JC knows that selling Action Pong is a no-no, but he just don't want to go back into that situation. Most Chelsea fans don't want to, but we need to show the other upcoming academy prospects that we may have that we just don't want to flip and sell for profit. We need to give Action Pong a chance, even if it's to bring in somebody else and have him there and getting bit by bit minutes to improve and develop. we need to keep this kid, because this kid was linked to a lot of big clubs, Manchester City, Real Madrid. All these clubs inquired about Action Pong. We kept him. We gave him a contract. Why we do that? JC, we understand what you're saying. I think right now JC is just trolling, and he's just trying to troll me.
No. JC's not trolling, man.
He's not trolling. Believe me. I just want to add on to this, and this is what I'm trying to say. And again, JC, you know, bro, I've got so much respect for you, bro. I told you this yesterday on our chat yesterday, bro. Yeah, but this is where I get to the Chelsea fan base. This Chelsea fan base is so. This is how it's come down to things now. Sell if it's not good enough. Sell if it's not good enough. That's how we've become now as a fan base. You know, the days of Chelsea becoming of not getting these players going, it's so easy now. Get rid of him. Well, it's going to be Maresca's job. Maresca's going to, let me tell you this right now, JC. Maresca's only going to go from Chelsea, bro, if the board of directors not giving. And I sent a tweet to Nee today that he's already having fallouts with some of the directors at Chelsea. Yeah, that's the only reason why he's going to go.
You didn't get my reply from that, DJ. You saw my reply. But I dig into. I didn't get much, so I did not want to dwell on it.
It's true. It is true, because at the end of the day, how I look at it, right? These sporting directors should be backing Maresca no matter what. He won us the Club World Cup, and he's gone and won us the Conference Cup. He's come out clearly and said that Josh Ashampong is very much part of his plans going forward and for the future. So, JC, this whole thing about saying sell him, get rid of him if he doesn't fit the system is nonsense, bro, and you know it. And this is one of the reasons why I come at you fans. I even saw sent stats to me yesterday. I wish JC had, I don't know if he's got X, I think he does. Go and send those stats to him, please, Nee, and let him see exactly the stats. The stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. And those stats said at the end of that thing is, he came out to say the guy's a beast. Was the word that was used.
JC is not arguing the fact that the stats said this. JC is arguing. JC stance, DJ, is this is how he was supposed to play the game. He was supposed to initiate the attack, passes to what do you call it?
You guys were coming on here yesterday.
And he didn't do it. That's what he's saying.
Yesterday and saying we didn't win yesterday, and more or less the blame was going on to this kid yesterday. And I thought to myself, what are we doing here? This kid played really. I thought he played really well yesterday. I mean, Stephen was at the game with me yesterday as well. He knows how this kid played yesterday. Apart from a couple of wayward passes, he was, like Stephen said, his stats proved everything on the pitch. Okay, so all this talk about saying he should be sold for pure, otherwise he'll be sold for pure profit if it doesn't work out is nonsense. It's so much nonsense. I can't believe it. I'd rather get rid of Badashili, mate, and get rid of flipping Disassi than sell Achimpong any day of the week, bruv. Yeah? So this is why I get a bit rattled here. Usually I'm cool, calm and clever. But when fans come out and say things like this, and I know JC's probably going to come to me tomorrow and say, oh, DJ was only trying to make you rattled. Well, yeah, you got me rattled, bro, because we had this conversation yesterday, bruv, right? Yeah, and I said to you yesterday, and Dan, okay, who's not on here today either, you guys are taking it out on the wrong player. Yeah, you guys are. Because we didn't win yesterday. It's nothing to do with Achimpong. It's because our attack was absolutely dire yesterday. Nothing to do with the defense, nothing to do with the midfield. Our attack in general was dire yesterday. Even the players came out of it afterwards and said today it wasn't great. They went on Instagram and saying it wasn't great. So before we keep going on about Achimpong this, Achimpong that, okay, the kid is an excellent talent. Yeah, he's learning. Yeah, he's not learning on the game. He's actually got the experience. Okay, and I don't think, as I said, he hardly no mistakes yesterday. And Levi Core, to be fair, made more mistakes than this kid did before he went out on loan. Right? That's why he went out on loan. Achimpong hasn't even reached those levels yet of making mistakes. So this is why I'm going to start coming at any Chelsea fan that comes onto this kid, because you guys are taking out on the wrong person. Yeah, what we did not do yesterday was we did not win the game from our players yesterday. And you keep going about, oh, we're building from the back. We're building from the back. Yeah, okay, he can't pass a 60-yard pass like Levi Corwell can do. But tell me, what other defender can do that? Maybe Chalobah can do it on that occasion, but any of our other centre backs can't hit 60-yard passes. We're not Frank Leboeuf and Marcel Desailly. Those days are gone. Because Frank Leboeuf was the guy who used to do 60-yard passes up the other end for the attack to go and score goals. We don't have that in the team. And Levi Corber's obviously developed that now in his game, and I think Acheampong will as well. But there's got to be a bit of patience on this guy. And the fans straight away, one thing goes wrong, blame the kid, blame the kid. Well, no one came at the attack yesterday for not scoring goals. And I want to carry on saying this and saying this, yeah. And this is why, at the same time, I'm not going to come onto the team yesterday because it's the first game of the season. I'm giving them that. It was their first game. Against West Ham, our season begins against West Ham on Friday. Yeah? That's why I think we're going to go and win. But to take it out on, but to take it out on this kid yesterday, I just can't believe some of our fan base. And, you know, and that is why I get to them. And that's why I get annoyed when I see things like that, because it's just not right. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I don't know. We've been discussing all this time, right? Yeah. Tell me, what did he do wrong that was so bad, apart from conceding a free kick, and maybe he let that shot from Mateta that Sanchez shouted at him for? That could happen to any centre back. But because it's a 19-year-old kid. Oh, let's get on his back. Let's get on his back. Yeah, come on, man. We're better than this. We're Chelsea Football Club, man. Come on. Fans have got to be better than this. We're not Arsenal fans. We're not Liverpool fans. We're Chelsea. We should be backing our players no matter what. So stop all this nonsense on Acheampong, yeah, because it's just it just gets to the stage where I'm thinking to myself, yeah, do you guys watch the same game I was watching yesterday? Because if you guys did, you certainly will not be saying what you're saying in your comments section. Am I right in saying that, Stephen, by the way?
Sorry, what was that last bit?
Waffle. Look again, waffle. Yeah. I'm not attacking the fans, JC. Nah, bro, I'm not. It's some of the fans that are coming on to him. We've already discussed it here already, bro. Yeah? We've already discussed it already, bro. It's not waffle. You're the one that's waffling, bro. Sorry.
What did you want me to try and back you up on?
Yeah, on did you think Acheampong had a bad game yesterday, bro?
I think he struggled at times, but as I said when I was saying
he struggled
my point,
a little bit. I was saying he made the odd one thing, but did he make big major mistakes? That's my point. Is they're saying he made some major mistakes?
He had one misplaced pass, which then he got back and recovered and made the tackle.
Well, there you go.
That's the one major thing that really stood out, was that one pass, but he got back. He made the challenge to recover, which he actually deserves credit for, having the mentality to get back, not beat himself up about it, win the ball back, and then move on with his game.
There you go. That's all I have to say on that one. Thanks, mate. That's all I wanted. You go on, Anthony. It's back to you, bro.
That's okay. That's okay. I want us to have. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. JC said, your agenda. I don't know where the agenda is coming from. I think we're all trying to support this player. I mean, if it's not a player, we're trying to find the best situation for the football club, and those that makes it. I mean, those that are playing in it. Where is a champion? Where can you put a champion? You get what I'm saying?
The reason I'm coming to you guys is not because of the agenda, because the stats showed yesterday what this kid done yesterday, right? And everyone, even Liam Twomey said it today about how well he played. You know, even what's his name, Frank. He's the one who regularly goes to those games. He even came out and said comments. Everyone is making the comments, but I don't understand where the negativity is coming from, because I can understand, you know, if we lost the game and he made a major mistake. But like I said yesterday, the reason why we did not win that game yesterday is because the whole team wasn't on it. I thought he was our best player. Him and Caicedo, I thought, were the two players that stood out for me yesterday. Other than that, everyone else went missing yesterday. So I don't get why this whole thing is on him. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. Because he's come on. Good. Come on, JC. Let's see what you have to say, bro. Waiting for this.
Yeah, suddenly now it's
you want to challenge me?
Yeah,
you want to challenge me again?
Now,
hold on a second.
Now.
Hold on a second, JC. I brought JC on because he hasn't have a say. I want everyone to hear his part of it so we can really know what we're talking about. I judge both arguments. I've said mine. JC agree with some, it doesn't agree with some, he disagree with me completely.
But
that's fine.
Just
that's
one thing.
Did you send him the
But did you send him the
stats? I will be honest, Nate. When a person sees that I am not online and I cannot type fast enough and start waffling about what he thinks I think, you speak for yourself, bro. I never spoke that you are wrong. I am judging a game. You are judging people. Stop this
No, but
nonsense.
you're judging action, Pong, bro. That's what you're doing.
Yes, because
But why
this
not
is
any
what
other?
we
Why
do.
not any other
We
player,
judge
bro? Why
the
not any
game.
other player, bruv? Why not
Listen,
any other
if you
player,
don't
bruv?
like it, if you don't
Why not
like
any other
it,
player, bruv?
it's
What
your
did we do?
problem.
Did we win the
We
game,
are
bro?
here to judge the
No,
game,
we didn't
not
win the
each
game. We
other.
didn't win the game. Don't blame him.
Oh, listen, I understand you have a personal family link to him.
No, bro,
I
it's
am
not about
here
a
to
personal
speak
family link, bro.
as
It's
I
called
see
watching the
the
game. It's
If
called
you
watching the
cannot
game
take
live, bro.
this,
Watching the game
that's
live,
your
bruv.
problem.
That's what it's called. You're the one with
We
the
are
issue,
here to
mate, not me.
discuss football. If you
We
don't
are.
like it,
But you're causing
if you
you're
don't
making
like
it out
it,
to be,
stop
bro. You're
lying
the one
about
that's taking. No,
others.
I'm not lying about nothing, bro. The stats
So
back
let
up
me
everything
speak
I've said.
now. Now let me
The
speak
stats back it up, bruv.
what all nonsense you
My
said
stats
that
back it
I
up.
said. Let me clarify now. You said that I have an agenda against him. When I have been on record,
I didn't say you had an
said
agenda.
very clearly, listen, now let me speak.
I didn't say you had an agenda.
You
Don't
have had
accuse
enough.
me. I did not say you had an
better chat
agenda,
now.
bro.
You type
I did not
this.
say you had an
Try and
agenda.
type and answer
DJ,
me.
let him
Nick,
land.
back me
There,
up. I did not say you had an
jump.
agenda,
Let
bro.
him land
Come
so he
on.
can make a point.
DJ.
DJ, let him land so he can make a point. That you can also jump in. Okay, let's do it that way. So
But
we
don't
can.
accuse me.
I know.
Don't accuse me.
I know. It's a heated
Huh?
debate here. We're angry. It started yesterday, and I even started with this same topic with JC earlier on today, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't upset at all. I'm just going back and front with him whilst I was doing the stream at the same time. But let JC come in. JC come in. Go for it.
It's a game. Some people have bad games. Some people have good games. He has only had 3 starts, and we judged only the game. But there are some common sexuals or whatever link he has, and he starts attacking. People start attacking people who are analyzing the game as they see it. You bloody see the game. If you don't see that, don't judge me. Don't put me on an agenda as a player hater or player lover, because that's all people know. They can't talk football. They talk agendas. They don't understand football. And I repeat again, yesterday he had another good game, and I can give you again the repeat, or otherwise go back and listen to the stream. He was slow with build-up. With the ball, he was awful. He could not make passes, breaking the lines. It was his first game. In the first half, whenever he made only 2-3 passes, which were misplaced, and he didn't even try. My problem was that he was not even trying after that. And if you see the statistics, which you sent me, 93% accurate passes. Out of those 93%, majority of them were to.
Hold on. JC, hold on a second. Hold on a second. JC, hold on a second.
Down.
JC, calm down. You're breathing too heavily.
Down, bro, man.
Are you there alone? Are you there alone?
What do you
I
call
was
it, bro? Come
climbing
on.
the stairs. Yeah, I was climbing. Sorry.
Okay,
Just chill
okay.
out, bro.
I want you to take a water,
It's
but I
only a
don't
little
want
debate,
want
bro.
anything
Come
to
on.
happen. It's just football, JC.
Oh,
Whether you're right or
Come
wrong,
on.
no one cares. No one cares. Whether no one
Just chill out, man. Chill a little bit. Before you talk,
climbing the
JC,
stairs.
calm
Come
down.
on. I was
Calm it
climbing
down,
the
bro.
stairs. It's
Calm it
fine.
notch down, please.
You can
And
argue,
Ivo, don't
JC.
interrupt, please. You
You
have
can-
spoken enough.
Yeah, JC, hold on.
I'm saying as a care here, bruv. I'm
have
caring in fact.
DJ,
Please
give me a
don't
second.
over on
DJ,
it, bruv. That's all I'm
DJ,
saying.
give me a second.
He is
DJ,
trying
give me a
to
second,
paint me as
please.
a hater.
JC, hold on. I'm
didn't call you a hater.
looking for your well-being. I want to make sure you're okay. Please.
That's what I'm doing.
And that's why
Okay.
I had a little bit of breathing, and it will come down in 2 minutes.
Calm down. Okay,
Yeah,
then come down and flow.
I am calm.
Come down and flow.
I am calm.
Okay.
I am calm.
Let's go.
Don't
Now
project me
drop
as somebody
all.
who's not calm. I am calm. I just climbed the stairs.
All right, good. Now drop all the eggs
Because
and then
that
drop
is
all the eggs
another
and then
wrong
everything.
projection.
Okay.
I am calm, but I climbed the stairs.
All right, go ahead.
Don't paint somebody as you see. You are wrong. So, and that's again the same argument I'm telling about DJ. Football-wise, with the ball, he was not good enough in the first half. In the second half, he was behind the 2 other center backs. In the last 15-20 minutes when we were creating, we adapted. It was Chalobah and James running in with the forward passes. And all he was doing was a spectator and waiting for the tackles to stop any counter attacks. We played, according to me, it looked to me, we played with 10.5 men. He did the job of a half player. Our build-up was slow. Our midfield was disconnected. Our wingers were easily doubled up because by the time the ball was moved forward, Palace could easily adjust. And the reason was maybe his first game. And only for one game, the manager will not throw him under the train. He will get probably more chances. But if you want him to develop, he needs regular game time. If Tosin is back, if we buy another center back because we need a building center back, then he is competing for the other center back place with Chalobah, with other we have Badiashile and other players. If he's good enough for that secondary CB role, he will get game times. If not, forget about it, that we will be playing him over Colville, over Tosin. And if we buy another center back over that player, if others do better than him.
JC, are you pounding?
To have game time, Bayern inquired about him. And that's why I say, I'm just saying the truth, anticipating the truth, according to as how I see. Bayern came calling for him. There are a lot of good clubs coming after him because he has good fundamentals. He's a good defender. But if he does not fit in the role of our team, he will go to some other good team and do the job. Because time never stops. He will be successful. Will he be successful with our team? I don't know. If he will be, I'm happy. If he will not be, that's life. It's pure profit then.
Are you okay now, JC? Yeah? JC?
Yeah, calm down. Your voice is also very...
You're calm. No, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm cool. I don't, as I said, this is look, okay, I'm not gonna, what do you call it, back and forth on you, bro, because I don't want to get into more. You got your view on him, okay, that's fine, and I respect your view and opinion, yeah? Okay,
that's one small thing. I had a view on him, not on you. You stop making views about me.
I didn't make a view on you, bro. That's the point.
See, those fans, you fans.
Oh, no.
Talk about football and him.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk about football and him.
Because I tell you why. Because the reason why I said the fans.
Why I think, and that's why I said, why? Because you cannot put a football argument, so you're attacking me.
No. The reason why I said that is because I'll explain to you why. First of all, did we lose the game, JC? Did we lose the game? Asking you a question. Did we lose?
Did I say I'm angry with
No, I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you.
Or we won.
I'll explain why.
I analyzed the game.
I'll explain to you why I'm saying what I'm saying, okay?
So that's
you're
how
analyzing
you
the game, okay?
it,
Okay, you analyze the game.
You think I am angry that we didn't win the game. No, that's not the thing. I simply gave my analysis of the game, of the result, why it happened.
But can I ask you a question then? Okay, if you're giving your analyze on the game, then as you're saying you're doing,
I see
right?
it.
Okay, then why is it then you're only saying it on him, but then you're not looking at the rest of the team for not going and winning or scoring goals yesterday?
Because I can explain. And if you listen to the stream, on the watch along also, and during that watch along,
I wasn't watching.
I mentioned it because I told that time reason. He seems to be the weakest link, although I thought like it was a challenge for him, and I will be happy to have him. But during the watch along, I said he looks to be as a weakest link. Dan saw that, agreed, and me also saw and agreed at that time during the watch along.
So do you think because of that reason, because you thought he was the weakest link, the rest of the team couldn't still go and get goals? Bear in mind that we had Pedro Palmer. Pedro Palmer
are quite low on this level here. The margins are very fine. Our build-up is slow. Palace will easily adapt. Make a defensive shape.
Because when I came on, the reason why I came on to you guys yesterday is because the first thing I heard coming back from the game on the train, because I could vaguely pick it to the I heard you guys moaning about him, and I'm thinking to myself, did you guys actually watch the whole game?
I get it, and I told you got rattled. And you just came along and you started attacking the messengers. You didn't even read the full message.
Maybe that might be my fault for the listing. However, I came
And
on to
again
when I
today,
heard.
you are attacking. All your arguments were about these fans, those fans,
Yeah,
these fans.
because the
game.
reason being is
Talk
because
about
I'm
the
talking
game.
about I'm analyzing the whole game as
I'm
well,
not here
because
to discuss emotions. I'm here to discuss
I'm not
football
emotions,
as
bruv.
I
I'm
see it.
discussing.
You might see it different.
I don't. No. I don't hear. I'm not here for emotions, bro. I'm here to analyze the whole game as well. And as far as I'm concerned, the whole team yesterday did not play well. Despite whatever you want to say, the whole team did
Okay,
not play.
that's your take.
I thought
Fine.
Caicedo and for me, actually, probably the two best players that we had on the pitch. But that's just my honest take.
He was dropping back, to be honest, if you see in the first half, because
He did what he
the
did.
ball was
And
not moving up. And there was,
Yeah.
as I see it, there was a disconnect between the back three, back four, and the rest of the team. We were not able to move the ball forward fast enough. Then it became sideways. Pass.
But then if you want to look at it that way, when we played our games last season and he was in the team, we were winning games. So you can't say that.
Okay, I will explain you. This game reminded me a little bit of Poch ball when we had slow Silva, and a disconnect between the back three and the rest of the team, because we were not moving the forward. And then, moreover, if you know, first half of the last season, and generally how Maresca plays, we invite pressure, we break the press, and then we quick counter and make fast progression of the ball forward. We were not inviting pressure because we were not confident of breaking the press. Our center backs were standing near the half line and passing to each other.
Even back,
bro.
What do you want to say on this, Jesse? You've heard Jesse's point of view. He's arguing the fact that this and that. You've had the conversation. Where do you stand on it?
I think this is just one game, and that's what we had a discussion. I told you also. There is if he makes the effort.
I meant to say Jesse. I said JC. Sorry.
Yes, and if he makes the efforts, and if he doesn't stop moving the ball forward just by two mistakes, then he will improve, because nobody achieves improvement without making errors.
Right.
Sanchez is a good example. He made errors because Maresca's system requires those risky passes, forward balls. He improved.
So do you agree that he stays at the club and make errors and develop? Or he goes along?
He will be scared to pass forward and move sideways, slow passing, and show lack of confidence on the pitch with the ball. Then we have a problem. He either needs pumping up by Maresca. Somebody needs to give him confidence. But if it is not him, it is not him.
Okay.
All right, JC. So let's.
I meant to say Justin. I said JC, but anyway.
Yeah.
Mo, thank you very much for your comments. So JC, you have to respect others' opinion, my guy. We are fun as well. We are fun too. All right. He was JC pounding. All right. I want to know about Xavi Simons.
I'm just giving my opinion. What I don't like is people start to attack me, attack the argument.
Okay. All right. We hit that. Osbet, thank you very much for asking this question about Xavi Simons. The deal is not done yet, but I think it will go through the wire, probably close to the transfer window closes. So we'll give you an update. Always tune in to get an update. It hasn't been done yet, but Xavi Simons is not yet done. But yeah, Jesse, go ahead. Let's know what you think of what Jesse said.
Yeah, what JC was saying. I see why a lot of people would not agree. And it's like I said before, Levi Colwell was at this similar junction in his development. I think matter of fact, he's still developing. Let's not make that he's this big thing already. No. Levi Colwell as well is still developing, but he's just way far along more in his progression than Action Pong. We have to understand, JC, Levi Colwell could have gotten an injury after the transfer window closes, right? It isn't a difference. Where Action Pong would have to come in. What we would have to done, what we would have done then, we would have still have to give him the same amount of game time if Levi Colwell had gotten injured after the window closes. This is the direction that the owners want to go, and that is what they are seeing, right? They're seeing that this player has potential, and he showed it yesterday. He can't be the finished product that you may want right now. He's only 19 years of age. We as fans need to accept that these players are young and they are going to make a lot of mistakes. We as fans need to understand that these players are young and they are going to make a lot of mistakes. But again, I will say, we, JC, you might have saw what we went through for about 3 seasons, and you don't want to go back here. So you see Levi Colwell reach a certain level in his development. So you want either the club to bring in a player of equal that of his development level.
I disagree. I will explain later why.
No, just now. Here's why. Here's no, because this
is what
you are
Colwell played with Caicedo in Brighton and played well. Colwell had a problem. Let me explain, brother. Let me explain. Please.
Oh, just give him 60 more seconds so you can he can wrap up. Then you jump in, please. Just a second.
Levi Colwell made a lot of mistakes in his development. He made a lot, even at Brighton. You can't sit here and tell me you watch all Brighton games. He made a lot of mistakes.
Wrap it up.
In Chelsea, he made a lot of mistakes. We need to understand that these players are in development process, so they're going to make mistakes.
Have you landed? Yeah, okay. Now let me explain. I said, and I repeat, first of all, about the mistakes. I'm not worried about those mistakes. The day he stops trying, we have a problem. I mentioned that. So don't forget that. Secondly, Levi Colwell was good. This was one of his primary qualities, seen also at Brighton. Levi Colwell did not have this kind of game when playing under Pochettino or like who was it? Because we had a different style. We had a different style. Pochettino was very vague, like Kishmir or mix-up of all statistics. We had Gallagher running all around, everybody running around. There was hardly any tactics in there. And the same kind of slow build-up was there. Caicedo was struggling in that system. Everybody was struggling in that system because the distances were too long between the front line and the back line. When this system started, I have always said that I see what Colwell does good things. Even when there was Fofana not injured, he was playing together with Fofana. We already saw a good pairing there. He was good. And I repeat, time, he needs time, good. Go on alone. If you're not good enough for the first team, then go on alone. Now you say, if the injury had happened 2 weeks later, it did not happen 2 weeks later. So we have the window open. We have the options. So we talk as it is the facts right now. And the facts say, if we will stop trying, being scared of the errors, I see that as a problem. Errors, yes, when you're learning, errors will come. I don't mind that. In fact, I will show, like people attack me, so I will also say, I have so many fans attacking Sanchez for errors. And I try to explain why those errors happen. And Sanchez is improving. Same way I will say, if Achimpong makes mistakes, no problem, as long as there is progression and he's learning. But if he stops trying, just like Maresca said for Sanchez, the day he stops doing what I ask him to do, he will be on bench.
Okay, JC. You know what development means, right? You know what development means.
No, I'm not a specialist of development. That's my opinion. Neither you are a specialist of development. Nobody here on this panel is a specialist of development.
Now, here's what I will see. It has a comment in the comment section from the Blue Lodge. 19-year-old being asked to do a role that is new to him. What we have to respect his efforts. And this is basically what we are saying, right?
What I'm saying is the same thing. If he's putting in the effort, it's good. If he stops
and that is
putting
what
the
we are
effort,
saying. He is putting in the effort. But you
yes, but the
mentioned, you
result
said
is also
earlier
to be
on,
seen, man.
you,
If the
you
result
said
is
earlier
not good
on,
enough, listen now. If the result does not suit him, then there will be people will be looking for a good solution for him, maybe a loan.
the club
Because if
doesn't
there is
want
an
to do that.
alternative, because if there
That
is
is
an
what we,
alternative,
that is what we are
then
saying. But the
then
club
the
don't want to
results
do
of the
that.
club come first, isn't it? Although Boli and Clear Lake invest in youth.
JC, the club doesn't want to do that because they think Action Pong could replicate what Levi Coolwell did.
Well,
That is how they
I think that is a speculation. It's a speculative news.
So,
We will
okay,
see.
we have
will
2
see.
more weeks in the transfer
If
window.
it is the real opinion of the club, I do not know.
We have 2 more weeks in the transfer window, this week included, right? This week included.
Yeah, but okay, if the transfer does not happen, it necessarily does not mean that the club have faith in him. Club, it might be also like we do not have an alternative, and he is the best out of all the alternatives.
Okay,
It can
so
be
now
anything.
let me
what
try
I'm saying is,
you.
this is speculation.
Let me try a question out to you, right? Listen to this question. You're basically saying that Action Pong isn't good enough right now to play that role. That's what you're basically saying.
No. I said yesterday's game, he was the weakling. And if he stops trying forward passes, we have a problem.
Weakling how? In what way?
There were no forward passes.
Best player
can you show him can you put the screenshot, please? I sent you that.
He was the best player on the pitch.
Can you put it on the screen? I will show you the problem.
You are asking.
Can you put that graph, please?
Yeah, I'll put on. I'll make it snappy so we can wrap
you
up.
Are you are asking,
and you will see the problem. You will see the problem. Jesse, you will see the problem.
JC, you are asking Action Pong to come and play in a role that he never played before. The kid.
Yeah, again, you are discussing result, and I'm telling you.
Which of the image you're talking about?
If he makes error, but if he stops trying, that's a problem.
JC, which of the image you're talking about? This one?
Like there was a screenshot on the top. Please look at it.
He only played one game yesterday.
Yes, this one. Can you open this one?
The white one or this one?
Yes.
The one with the white one?
Yes, white one.
He only played one. Played
and
one.
Can you make it big for the screen? Jesse, let me show you.
No, it won't be big unless I save it. Hold on, unless I save it. It won't be big. Yeah.
Let me show you this graph.
Yeah, let me save it.
They said like he had 93% pass accuracy, but my problem is why he stopped forward passes. There was no forward ball progression.
To the role. You're not understanding that he is new to the role.
Come on, he's a center back or not?
So can I ask you, JC? Are you
telling me?
Quick question, bro. Can I ask you a quick question?
Are you telling me? Let me put a question. You're saying it's the role.
Do you
right?
Understand the word?
My question is, Jesse, let me ask a question. Making forward pass is a difficult role to play.
No, but what kind of forward pass are you looking at, though, JC? Are you looking at a normal pass?
We will look at the screen. Can you share the screen?
I just want to get one thing. Are you talking about a normal forward pass?
If you will see, look at his passes.
You're basically saying
look at his passes.
Was more side to side and very.
All of them are side to side.
Right. Now, here's why this
and look at our forwards, totally disconnected.
Right. And why is that? What opposition did we play yesterday?
If you're saying the role does not fit him,
we are not saying that the role does not fit him. We are saying two things happen here. He now played this role for the first time. Also, we played Crystal Palace, who was playing a mid to low block. He could have really get a pass to the middle, linking from the defense to the middle,
Jesse, I beg to disagree.
How?
I beg to disagree. It was slow build-up. It was slow. It was slow, giving enough time for Crystal Palace to adjust their defensive shape. It was very slow. As I already explained, we were not even inviting press to break the lines. We were not making any quick forward passes. And this was the reason why our game was not very rhythmic, as we usually see. And that's where it ends.
So, okay.
Now, you guys might not like this, and I do not want to overplay it. I told me also in our discussion, as long as he's trying, he will improve, because making forward passes is not a difficult role. Try at least.
Do you think he's doing what the managers asked him to do, though, JC? Because if the managers instructed him to play that kind of game...
I don't want to speculate. But
that's something we have to take into consideration, right?
In the previous press conference, Maresca did say that I am lacking a centre back who can progress the ball forward between the lines, breaking the lines.
And you tried Achimpong in that position to see if you could do that.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's one game, but he's done one game. As I said, it depends again on what you're looking at, because as I said earlier on, what Levi Colville's developed in his game as well, apart from the forward passes, as you notice in his games now, the guy can start hitting 60-yard passes now for the outfield place to go and score goals.
JC and JC, let's wrap
Levi
up.
Colville. Levi Colville. Sorry, Neil. Okay, Neil, I'll leave you to it.
Exactly 2 hours, 30 minutes.
Again, I said, I repeat, my thing is try and if he tries, maybe he will do the better. But I think it was a confidence thing. He made a couple of errors and then he was scared, a little bit concerned.
And the other thing I just want to add quickly, just one thing to add to you as well quickly. I don't know if you've seen the latest coming out of Fabrizio Romano, but apparently, according to what they're saying, a centre back is not a priority, because everyone at the board is saying the board are basically saying that they're happy with what they've got and they think there's no one out there that they could go and get that is better than what they've got.
That's what there is one of the reports. Yes, I agree.
All right, so guys, it's been a pleasure talking to everyone here. And JC, I give the fact
big up to you, JC.
He said it's not attacking player, but he's
big
just
opinion
on what he's
that's what I also very quickly. People came out with statistics like 93% pass accuracy. I mean, look at his passes. I mean, they were to Reece James and Trevor Chalobah, making a 93% pass accuracy and then claiming that statistics show otherwise is not correct.
But he'd also defended well, to be fair. You can't take that away from him.
Yes, he did. He did tackle well. Without the ball, he was good. But then one of the things is in the second half, that was his primary role, because we were going ultra attacking without him. And his role was stop the counter tackle. That he did. That he did well.
Okay. Very interesting. JC, Mo said, JC, let go, my brother. You're not looking good trying to make this stick. All right. That's from JC. Mo says, yes, Dan, you're talking about, Josh Achimpong.
It's statistics show that. What I'm saying is some it will not stick. I don't want to convince everybody. I don't even get. I'm just sharing what I think. People have their own opinions and they're free.
JC, thanks for coming on to clarify this, okay? Because I was like, I don't want you to be behind, and we're all saying this, and JC don't have to say. So it's
just
the
last thing I wanted
we end it.
No, I just wanted to say also one thing. I didn't want him to come on the way he came on as well. It wasn't how I wanted to hear him talking as well. I know he's saying he wasn't whatever, but he just sounded at some point he looked like he was sounding. As long as I'm glad he's okay. Let's just put it that way. We love football. We love our club. We have debates.
Once again. I was climbing the stairs. I am fine.
Good.
And I am very much confident.
He got me worried for a second. He got me worried.
That's what it got me. Same me as well. Same me as well.
You people, I mean, that's a fair assessment of your judgments. You people are so wrong in your
it's called being caring, bro. It's called being caring. It's not about being judgmental, bruv. Come
Oh,
on.
DJ, JC, we were just caring about the way you were breathing. We didn't know you were climbing steps.
It's about
We
caring,
thought,
bro. It's about caring, bro. I mean, we have
thought he
families,
has to
you know,
do.
bro.
We
Trust
thought
me.
he has to do with
Thanks a
the
lot.
argument. We thought he has to do
I
with the
love
argument.
you guys. I love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
love you too, JC. We love you. You know, we care about you. That's why we're worried. I was like, I'm gonna let him calm down so he can just speak without.
That's why, because that was I was the same.
Yeah, because
thank God you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this Chelsea Dan again. Chelsea Dan, that's what I was also saying. Like, he made just 3 errors. The thing is not those 3 errors. The thing is, like, he stopped forward passes.
Which we can see from this diagram that there was no much passes going through the middle. It was all sideways. It wasn't just him alone. A lot of players were doing sideways passes. You get what I mean? But I don't know. I don't want to go back again. We're done. Jesse, you want to jump in last? Have a say for the bit before we leave. You want to say one more thing before we leave, Jesse?
Again, I don't want don't want us to jump back into this again.
Not anymore.
Yeah, because we'll be going over and over and over. But yeah, guys, before we end the stream, like the stream, follow BlueClouds Media.
Yeah.
Could take a look at my channel as well.
Yep.
Give the everybody get the live a little like. We are here. Big up Nee, big up Stefan, big up DJ,
big up you, bro.
JC. Big up JC too.
Yeah, big up.
Although we may disagree.
Big up.
Oh, you guys are funny. All right, Stevie G, over to you. You got a little bit you want to drop on before we leave. I know you disagree with JC, right? Or you agree? Which way do you going?
No, I've already said my piece on it. I think we need someone more natural there, but Josh could grow into the role, but I wouldn't use him primarily there at this time. As in, I wouldn't have him as my starting player there at this time. I'd give him the minutes slowly, as I said before. But that's all I'm going to say on that. But outside of that, big up to everyone on the panel. Big up to everyone in chat.
Big up to you, bro. Big up, Stephen.
Make sure you subscribe and hit the like, turn the bell notifications on, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next stream.
Yeah, Mo Kasim, make sure you subscribe. You haven't subscribed. My analytics is telling me that Mo Kasim of the Blue Lounge YouTube channel hasn't subscribed to my channel. So they told me to tell you to subscribe. Mo, subscribe.
No, man, that's not good. Not good, Mo. Not good, bro.
Dan said if we get experience center back in yes, we should loan him. But if not, we shouldn't. We need more game time to improve his ability, just like Dan would say, his ability and academy and the academies and all that stuff. Dan has a lot of words I can't even wrap my head around when I start talking to Dan. Today I eliminated Dan for a second. Dan will be back on the show. He said he's even busy anyway, so looks like my elimination did not even work. But anyway, I thank everyone for coming on. And Jesse, thank you very much. DJ, much love to you, brother. Jesse, much love to you. Wherever everyone is, wanted to thank you. I want to love you forever. Mo Kasim supporting the platform in the distance. And Jesse, thank you very much for coming on to clarify these. And DJ Saf, thank you very much also. With all this, I always say Lil Desperados.
Hang on to hope, everyone.
Hang on to hope, everyone. And we'll be back again same time tomorrow. Adios.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah. up in